Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Glory. I loves the 54th. The 54th is my home.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
It's yo.
Mama, like, I want the whole thing.
It's yo. It's yo. It's yo.
Happy
It's yo. It's yo. It's yo. Because y'all, we had a time when every time I said it's your, y'all
now,
said
you know when
birthday.
he get the buzz and he be like, no, we going to sing it like this. He turned into a whole.
No, I turned. No, it was perfect because I was like, it's your. And y'all was like, birthday. It's yo. It was perfect. I was the ad lib. I'm just the ad lib.
You was on point.
Y'all the forefront.
You remember how you had us when we did that
It's
TikTok?
yo. I do.
You was
He
like, no,
start from the top.
because we
are
got
sweet.
this. We are
Hey.
sweet.
Hey, but didn't we get it?
Yeah, we did.
Wasn't we was us, y'all?
The crow.
Wasn't we was us, y'all?
The row. Yo.
He's like, no, start it up. We got this.
Whose
love
page
y'all.
is that on yours?
I hope my children grow up to be y'all.
What are you on TikTok?
Hey, Mari,
'Cause my
35.
children are
Go
so.
to Hey Mari
My children
35. Like you
and
gotta
watch
go
it.
way
Hey,
down to there.
say it one more
It's
time.
hey underscore Mari 35.
Yeah.
Hey underscore Mari 35.
Nice.
Sheesh.
All right now.
Hey, you gonna go in and be entertained because she is hilarious.
She is. She the one that got me started. So for those of y'all,
On this side.
for those of y'all that
That's
say
my
y'all
good light
love my
over there.
TikTok, she is responsible
We are.
for me being a TikToker.
Everybody
Yeah,
here.
she just don't know
Everybody
how to stop
here
now.
is.
I got bored. We was in the pandemic. I got bored, and
You ain't stopped since.
You've been TikTokable since.
she
TikTokable.
Yeah, TikTokable.
she do more TikToks than me now.
That's okay.
And I'm trying.
Hey, you getting there?
Rihanna got
I like
4
yours.
TikToks.
You getting there?
I like.
You getting there?
Oh my God, disrespect.
TikTokable. Lord Jesus, send your saints my way.
Wait a minute. What was the? Why did he have to put the razor blade on
Make
the
me
end of
sound
that S like that?
Why he petty?
Make me TikTokable. Go ahead.
We're not gonna make
Go
it.
ahead.
What we not gonna do?
Sorry, I really
Don't
enjoy
worry.
every day
It's
of my
killed
life.
me
If
tonight.
y'all could spend
Oh, my
all
God.
day with me, your sides and abs and cheeks will be
Trust
hurting.
me.
Sides and abs and
Yes, amen. That is the
Oh,
truth.
those chicks will be.
Rihanna like cheeks.
I'm about to open up a gym called Laugh It Off. And all you're going to do, I'm going to just be funny all day and you're going to lose weight little unbeknownst to you.
I like that workout. I
Yeah.
laugh.
Just come sit down and I'm going to tell jokes and you'll be like, oh, this shit hurt. And that's the sanctified situation that God has provided
Man, can you
for
take the Al Sharpton
Can
off
we
of them
all
S's,
take a
man?
shot?
No, you got to have a sanctified situation where you have been here for your sons and daughters. You got to add the water.
I wish I could do that.
I know. It ain't gonna happen.
My son looks at me like I'm a wizard every time I does that. He like,
People saying happy
Father.
birthday.
Man, if that shit don't make anything that you say sound like the color purple, like that makes it happen.
Oh my God.
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kim. You made it another year.
Happy birthday, Nanny.
A lot of people ain't made it this year, Kim. A lot of people. This is the birthday. This is the year you celebrate a birthday
For sure.
more than any of them.
Right. You have
We all lost
you have
a whole
survived.
lot of motherfuckers this
You
year.
have survived in my life more than most girlfriends. Like you are my manager. You have managed to manage my life. Like I wish that
Your business life, not
my,
your personal.
yeah, my business. No, you know what?
like,
You
I
would
wish
definitely
it
call them
was
like you got a situation tomorrow, and it don't have nothing to do with anything comedic. But I need you to be mindful, and you have. You are so awesome, and you know what? People don't even know how we met. Can we start off the show with that? How we met?
Sure.
Do you want to just go from the beginning to the end?
Yeah.
Let's go from the beginning. Here we go. Listen, this is the beginning.
He said in the beginning.
This is the beginning.
beginning.
Listen. In the beginning, in the beginning, there was myself. She was there, and there was several other people there. And listen, we were at.
And then there was
It was a place called what Kurt managed it. It wasn't Minnie's. It was the other place they had downtown. Anyway, Howie Bell. Listen, I have to give a shout out to Howie Bell because he's the reason.
Yes,
He's the
Howie.
reason, and he'll come back in retrospect because he also said that you shouldn't be my manager to you and me, and we both talked about it. But then he apologized, so we'll go all back. We'll bring this all back to fruition. Listen, here it goes. Listen. This is
I'm
why
gonna
this
cry
is.
in the car.
And this is how, because you said I was going to be able to do this, so I'm going to do this. Listen, Howie Bell, Howie, the comedian Bell, is the most funniest, friendliest. This is the most righteous brother. This is my fraternity brother and all. I love this man. He's a great husband. He's a great father. He's a great friend. He's a great Detroiteran. He goes to every Lions game knowing that they're going to lose. But he goes there with a lion's heart. And therefore, you cannot destroy the lion that is in thee. So listen. He called me one day. I was traveling. This is when I was back and forth between California and Detroit. I was back and forth. I would go there for a week, come back for a week, go there for a week, because I wasn't sure. I was torn where my craft and my heart was to lead me. And God told me to be here on this week, and I was. And he called me, and he was like, "This is the last day." Boogie, this is how he called me. My phone rang. Howie Bell. Of course, I pick up every time. Certain people I pick up every time for. If you call me and I don't pick up, it's because you're not certain people. But he called me and I picked up immediately. He was like, Alton. This is how he answers his phone every time for me. He's like, Alton Boogie Williams. This is how he talks to me. And I'm like, Howie Bell. And that's how we start. And we laugh. And then he's like, listen, man, are you in town right now? I said, I am. He said, we're having tryouts for Kevin Hart's. Comedy Central presents Kevin Hart's Heart of the City, where he goes from every city. He goes from every city and he picks 4 comedians from every city to do their thing, and they try to be you. But you can't have. Here's the thing, which eliminated me from a lot of other comedians because I know a bunch of brothers and sisters that were qualified for this job. But God works how God works for you when it's for you.
He said your gift will make room for you.
He said you can't have any other TV credits. Right. And I had not done anything else on the television or cable or internet or YouTube. I didn't even have a Facebook or Instagram, I'm sorry, for that matter. I didn't have anything. I was just being funny. I'm a funny person. I don't know what this business of it is, which is why this lady here came into my life. This is how God works. Listen. So Howie Bell was like, listen, dog, this is the last night of tryouts. You got to come. Are you here? I was like, I'm here. I live downtown. He's like, man, we're at such and such. I was like, I will be at such and such. I showed up, and my whole tryout was about how this isn't real.
Yes.
I was like, this ain't, I was dogging all. I was like, Howie Bell, this ain't real. What you mean, Comedy Central, Kevin Hart? Don't nobody mess with Detroit like that.
You said if your DTE bill due, nigga, just say so.
Just say so. And I said, if a dream came to Detroit, it would work at Chrysler tomorrow. That was like my whole thing. I was like, and then I went to the crowd. I was like, sir, you know what I had to eat last night? He was like, what? I was like, some regular shit. Like, bro, some regular food. I don't know if you can cuss or not. Some regular food. Okay, some regular shit. I was like, sir, this is the uncut. Some regular shit, sir. I had spaghetti.
Uncut of the uncut.
So after I get through doing my whole thing, I didn't even know that it was real. I'm just here for Howie Bell because I love him, my fraternity brother, my friend, my comedian, elder, my leader. And so after I got off, this woman comes to me with the eyes of, who are you? Now, I know these eyes because these eyes usually I take prey upon because I want to know who I can have sex with. No, I'm being right. Like, listen to me. Listen to me. You got to know. Listen. As a woman who's given these eyes and a man who's given these eyes and a woman who's received these eyes and a man who's received that, you know I'm interested in whatever this energy is, eyes. Yeah. And usually it's because we want to fuck or something. Like, it's these eyes of like, you just killed it. What's up next? She came to me with the eyes of like, what's next? And I was like, what's next then? And she was like, because this is you guys on the radio who don't know, this is a beautiful lady. We would never, ever cross the lines of business. I respect her. I respect her family. I love her. We never would cross the lines of that. But she came to me with the eyes, and I was just like, okay, well, what's up? She was like, listen, who is your manager? I said, I do not have a manager. She said, and I was like, would you like to be? This is how new I am. I don't even know you should just offer this job to anyone. I was like, you want to be my manager? She said, yeah. And it was like, what was that? Step Brothers. It was like, did we just become best friends? Yeah. Did you just become my manager? Not just become? Yeah. And it was so dope. And then from that day forth is what birthed this. And I didn't know about Fresh House and how the DJ in Chicago, which is brothers and sisters to Detroit. Like, I did not know any of this, but this is how God works. I did not know any of this. And it was so dope because it was so planned and random, but purposeful at the same time. It was so dope. And you came to me and you was like, well, here we go. And the next day, it was on, and we worked, and we tried, and we had a couple moments.
We actually got that clip of you on the Kevin Hart shit. You want to roll that beautiful bean footage or what?
You can if you want.
All right, let's go ahead and
roll
do
that beautiful bean footage.
It's smart every time.
Break. I'm gonna be out there washing cars or something, man. This is it.
This is it.
This is it.
What I really like and respect, I mean, the love that you obviously have for your city, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a sense of urgency for you guys to bring attention to Detroit. You want to bring that light and you want it to shine. And so I think you should seize the moment. Make the best of it, all right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
If that basket break, I'm gonna be out there washing cars or something, man. This is it.
This is it.
This is it.
What I really like and respect, I mean, the love that you obviously have for your city, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a sense of urgency for you guys to bring attention to Detroit. You want to bring that light and you want it to shine. And so I think you should seize the moment. Make the best of it, all right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love it. Oh my God.
What?
He said,
You know how many bitches that man has gotten, including good and bad souls. It's been a mixture of two.
Oh, okay.
But I tell you something. Kevin Hart told me when we come back. I tell him what he said. He knows. It's
We are
energy.
back.
Oh, we are back.
Okay, that was a great clip. That was a great clip that we saw. Shout out to Comedy Central and Kevin Hart, Heart of the City, the Plastic Cup Boys. Listen,
Plastic Cup Boys,
shout out to those PAs that ran for us daily. We did not know who you were because we tried to leave the building. We literally wanted to go get some chips and pop from the store, and they would not let us leave. And it was so dope because we went to go press the door out, and they was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, we're downtown. We're all from here. We're going to get something to drink and eat. They was like, "You can't do that. You're famous." And just them saying that, I promise you, there are power in words. Mm-hmm. Just like you say, I feel sick, you're probably going to be sick. Right. And if you feel poor, you're probably going to be poor, but feel wealthy, feel well, feel plentiful. Amen. Say these things. Wake up your day with affirmations of yourself. Deposits. There you go. Positive. The book is available on Amazon.
Nope. It's available on the Pink Sensei.
I'm sorry, the Pink Sensei. Oh, shit. Get your... One more time. Say that one more time so they know.
The Positive Deposits is available on the pinksensei.com. Start your day with it. End your day with it. Read in the middle of the day. Who cares? You know?
I actually read it and I saw it and it's amazing. Listen, it's just little things to just keep you grounded. Mm-hmm. Because we can grow afar, we can get too big of ourselves. We can go abroad is what they call it. Mentally. Not even physically. She's abroad.
I had to resort back to my book. I got humbled.
There was a couple times where I was looking at I was going through something and I'm like, man,
where's my book?
Where's my book?
Right. And
no,
that's
for
super
real.
dope.
Like
It's
I had a
semi-sexual.
week. I had a week, and I was just like through it, and I was like, you know what?
Where's the book?
Where's my book?
Right. Where's
Yeah.
my fucking
Where
book?
the fuck is my book? I got my book.
That's so dope.
You know, any, meeny, miny, mo. Open it, and bam, it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I Russian roulette.
It's like my fix.
I need to get a book.
It's so real.
Seriously, it is.
Wow.
I need to get a book.
Damn, you didn't give him her book
It's amazing.
as a Christmas.
I bought a book and gave it to my mother.
Okay.
See, he
That's
did
a great-
support.
You know what? That's
You did
the
a
first
great- you
thing
did a great
This
deed.
black man,
You did a
first
great
thing
deed.
he said on the show.
That's a great deed. I bought a
made
book.
a book.
I
He
bought a
just
book
broke
and
the
I gave it to
stigma.
my mother. That's
The
awesome.
book brings it out of him. You know what I'm saying?
You become a
Y'all
giver.
saw the magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said, I need a book.
That's awesome.
You ain't gonna hide nothing from that black man in no book.
Not-
Okay.
He won't read the book.
Nope.
There it
He won't
is.
read the book.
Lifelong reminders. Lifelong.
So I
reminders.
have to say that I have been blessed and honored to manage this young man, and I've been since I've managed you, I've been asked numerous times to manage other comics,
How long it's been?
and no,
4, probably going on 5 years.
Has
4
it?
going on 5.
Yes,
Yeah.
5. It's actually
Oh, yeah.
5.
Is it 5 going on 6?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Damn, time
and
go by fast.
it does, and
Especially when you're balling.
Hello.
I'm just playing. Just talking shit. But no, we having fun.
No, you
We
gonna
having
speak
fun.
that.
We
Speak
having
that
fun.
thing.
Now I'm speaking that thing. No, this next year it ain't no.
it's gonna be.
You're gonna know the difference. You know how you close to shit and then you far from shit.
Closer
This is
to my
this is our far from shit year.
Okay.
We've been close to a lot of shit. 2022 will be our far from shit year. So
Man,
Boy,
come
yeah.
on, man. Come on,
Silica
man.
gel.
silica gel. Y'all don't even know what that is, but we do.
I told my mama the other day, I said 2022 is time to focus on you.
Yeah. That
Did y'all
rhymes.
realize
That's a good
that
shirt.
2022
Coin that. TM.
is actually pronounced 2022?
Two, like as well.
Like the part
So that's
two
kind
of
of scary.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? We not. We
All right, we ain't
I'm
gonna
good.
receive that. We ain't gonna receive that. I'm
But
just-
listen, just like my sis came with a hashtag, mine is all things new 2022. Because I really feel like we all need a fresh
Yes.
start. Like,
Oh,
I'm,
man.
I'm like, is anybody else
Have
just
one.
tired? I'm just
Man,
tired.
tired of being tired.
Listen, I was at. I'm
Sick
not
and
gonna
tired
lie.
of being sick and tired.
This is my confession.
Oh, damn.
Just when I thought I,
Oh,
no. Okay,
shit.
listen.
It's not the
So,
voice.
Right.
Jesus.
At all.
so
She gotta sing everything.
shut it. So I just want to do something different in me. You ever just want to be different in you?
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, you know what? I went to church today, and the sermon coming forth, and I'm like,
Damn it, I
Wow.
forgot my organ sound effects.
I'm like,
Do, 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 do.
don't make.
But she be here like,
Hey.
she be, just said she be here.
Praise dancing.
Okay.
And
Glory
so
be to
I was
God.
I've been crying all day, but they're tears of gratefulness, because I know where the choices that I was making in life, I know where they were taking me, and I know where I should have been, but at some point I made a decision to do something different in my life, and I'm so glad that I did. Because I made a choice to make a difference in my life. I think it affected my children as well, and they made changes in their lives. Cause listen,
Right. Because I was supposed to be a pimp.
but you are.
I'm supposed to be selling dope or something. I ain't got to risk it.
So let me find out it's really the pimp sensei.
The pimp sensei.
The pimp say.
The pimp.
Look, I done gave you a new name.
Right.
Let me not give you any idea.
There you go. For real.
And so, my son, Hugh, who is not on the show today, is the funniest man that I know. Growing up, I used to be like, shut up. Oh my God. We crying. He is hilarious. And I asked him about doing comedy when I first started, when I got in comedy with Daryl Earl. Shout out to Daryl Earl. Thank you so much for
sure.
believing in me and start me on this journey, Daryl. We got to do something
Great
together
brother.
soon.
Great
Yes,
brother, Daryl.
Yes, I love. I ain't forgot about you. I'm just trying to get it together so you don't have to ask for the money. I just give it to you.
Daryl,
You know.
man. Great brother.
Right.
Daryl.
Great brother.
Yeah.
And
Hands down.
Hef was so funny, but he just didn't want to do comedy. He wanted to do his music. And I've never been one, and my children are here. I've never been one to push them away from what they wanted to do if they felt like they could be successful at it. One thing I told them as children: listen, get into your own trouble.
And you know I did.
Don't get into trouble for nobody else. If you just got to be a fuck up, be the best fuck up that you can be.
By your damn self.
Okay.
By yourself. Don't do shit for another motherfucker. And Hef wanted to do his music, so I said, okay, do your music. But the comedic side of him, and I love to laugh. I'm just silly by default. And Howie Bell, again, shout out to Howie Bell. I love you. I love you so much, you know.
Good
And
brother, Howie
I was
Bizzle.
given at the time I was managing house music DJs, and I was at the club, which was adjacent to the club he was doing comedy at. And I'm at the club, and I'm dancing, and it's this big old window, and he's coming from the comedy club and walks past and sees me, and says, he runs in and he hugs me, and he said, "Why you not doing comedy no more?" And I said, "Well, I don't know." He said, "I got something for you. I want you to promote this thing. Kevin Hart doing Heart of the City, blah, blah, blah." I said, "Okay, I'll do it." So I did. And I thank God that I did it.
That you was obedient.
Yeah. The Bible say obedience is
better
better
than sacrifice. Boy, she told me that every damn day.
Every day.
Every day. I should have got that tattooed on somewhere. that was my saying from her.
Obedience is better than sacrifice. And so I was obedient. And I sat in that audience, and this young man got up, and I almost peed on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I saw my son.
Yeah.
All the way.
Yeah.
That's literally
And these are his sisters.
that's literally one of the first things
Doppelganger.
that's literally one of the first things you said to me when you
real,
saw
for
me. You was
real.
like, "You remind me of my son." And until we met each other and we became like, man, what? Like
Y'all twin kindred
finishing each
spirits.
other's like sentences
Yes.
like movies and TV shows, and like great brother.
Yeah.
Man, the only Hef, man.
Okay.
I'm the only Boogie that's the only Hef.
Because y'all two together, nigga, I'll be like,
Listen,
I can't breathe.
Can't breathe.
It hurt.
Man.
You know, and I love, and I saw him, and I was amazed, and I was like, seriously, really? Okay. And the time was over. I went to the bar. He was standing at the bar, and I said, "Young man, whatever it is you do in life, don't stop doing this, cause you got it. I know funny, and you got it." And he was like, "Well, thank you." And I followed him. And shout out to Ty and Mo Blackwell at Punchline
yeah.
Comedy Lounge in Southfield. Hit me
Hey.
up.
Which
Hit me up.
we are there this Tuesday with Brandon T. Jackson.
Hey. Back at Punchline. Punchline was a
Punchline
vibe.
was a vibe.
That was our
I think I
spot.
like it because it's down the street from me.
Oh my God, we there.
Was a vibe.
Yeah, we are there this Tuesday and every Tuesday
And
for
every
Brandon
Tuesday.
and Boogie presents the bunch.
Baby, it's finna be a lituation.
For sure.
And so they hit me up and asked, was I exclusive promoting that club for Howie? And I said, well, no, I'm a promoter. Okay, so they, we ironed out some things, and I started doing it. And then the following week, what is his name? Oh my God,
J Bell,
not J Bell.
Jeff Horace,
Hold
Mike
on,
Jeter.
no, who?
He like,
No,
I got some names.
don't do that.
I'm going to throw him. I'm going to catch it.
You got it.
No, he said, listen, you seem to know a lot of the comedians, and I need an opener for, oh God,
She can't think of it.
I can't think of him. I can't think. The first time you
That
came there,
Prosecco
who did you
kicking
open
in.
for?
At Punchline.
Yes,
That champagne.
Listen, I got to one.
it's right there. Oh my God,
Don D.C. Curry.
Don D.C. Curry. Thank you, Jesus. He said, I need an
Thank you,
opener.
Boogie.
for-
Thank you,
Boogie. Like, I said that. Not
I am Jesus. These are my disciples.
That's the same thing
From
I
now on, 7 Mile Radio, you shall not refer to me as Boogie. I'm Jesus Christ. She has thanked me. Everybody else go get wine and women and fish for our supper.
you know what?
For real.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just
Oh my
Boogie.
God.
I'm just joking, mother and father of the church.
Right. 'cause
These are jokes. I am a comedian. These are jokes.
I think Gene was still with
Sorry, Father.
He said,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I said that.
I said that.
What the hell?
But you know,
She said Boogie said
I swear I thought
you
you
was
was
like,
Jesus.
listen.
he
But
didn't
he
say
went
it.
up there. He went up there and killed
Kilt
it.
with a T.
Kilt with a T. Kilt. To the point, you remember this? Foolish was hosting. And Foolish handed you the mic and said, listen, I got some other shit I'm going to do. Go ahead, take this over.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he did. And leaving.
Remember when Melvin Bender, after the, I told you, he told me the night we met, he was like, what was Epitome? That was the name of it.
Yep.
Epitome. Shout out to Kurt and his family, man. Shout out to Cadillac. Shout out to Vondi and Minnie's Rhythm
Minnie's,
Cafe.
yes, definitely.
Listen, he came to us. He was like, "Listen, if you don't get on this, this is rigged."
I said
That's
the
what he
same
said.
thing.
And you said, and that's why I was like, he just said that.
Yep.
Listen, that's
I
why.
said, if you
that's
don't
why,
win this,
that's why that's my
this shit is
mentor. Listen,
rigged.
I don't have a lot of.
coming home and repeat
I don't
that.
have a lot of mentors in this game. Howie Bell's one of them because that's my good brother and that's my fraternity brother and that's my real friend. We've had ups and downs. We bumped heads. Like we've literally like fallen out and came back together. That's what it takes for a friendship. I don't want you to be there for all my good times. That's just a rider.
Yeah,
You're
come
just there on my wave. Like I want to fall out with you, but I want it to be worth both of us sticking it out to be together. And that's what happened. And that's why Howie Bell was one of my dear
Yes. Shout out,
friends.
Howie.
And Brandon T. Jackson, like we fell out and we came back together.
Y'all
and we've
fell
been
out.
on just like gods.
Yeah.
Because you know
falls out.
I'm hella worldly.
Cuss me out on
Listen.
Instagram.
Have y'all-
Listen.
I'm about to say, have y'all seen
Hold on. Listen, let me tell y'all.
You seen this
Brandon T.
Instagram?
Jackson
This
is
falls out.
he is a fall outer.
He's a
Listen,
fall
but
outer,
but
sure.
listen, this is one thing I love about him, and I would love to be where he is, and that's my
Yeah,
brother. Like
yeah.
he wants to smoke because he knows what it is and what it isn't. And I promise you, I literally want to hear and experience more of what he has to say and give.
Yeah.
Because the brother is not wrong. I don't know if he's right of rights, and I don't know if he's wrong of wrongs, but I know he's passionate. And I know he's got a point.
It's worth-
He has a
it's
point.
worth
It makes me.
researching.
It makes it.
Right.
Yeah, it makes me think. And he's like, man, and the fact that his father, who he is, Wayne T. Jackson, like this is the Christian, this is the Baptist church holder of holders. Like got the
Holder of
biggest.
holders.
Like he's got the biggest congregation. This that. And he's like, nah, it ain't that. I'm like, man, this has to be something different. And I spend a lot of time with Brandon, and this brother is brilliant.
He's so sweet.
He's got his clothing line. He's got his like production. He's like visual arts. Like it's so much, man. He got shoes. He got like so much. I'm like, dog, like you on it. And he like Boogie. He tell me, listen, at the time we went on tour in Texas, in Killeen, Texas. He had a weekend there.
I was praying
And
for you.
This brother was on my head.
I was praying for you.
I was married at the time. I'm divorced now, but I'm in a serious relationship. But so because I have to mention that I am involved. I don't want women to think I'm single. But listen, so here's the thing. I was divorced.
Good
no, I was
man.
married. Yeah, I am. I listen. My blessings are going to come from God, not another person.
Hello.
So here's the thing. So listen, he was like, he used to come by my room and check on me to make sure that I didn't have a woman in our room. Like, because he had the room next to me, I had the room, and we were conjoined by doors, and he just wanted to make sure. And I was like, brother, I'm not on that. I am married. I take God very seriously. Fuck this lady. Like, I don't care that I married her. I care that I swore to God that I would not fuck with nobody else. Like, you know what I mean? In front of the people that I
Oh,
love.
men like you. All right. Gotta give that a
No, seriously,
man.
seriously. It's like, man, listen, I don't care about, I could cheat on any woman ever, but I made a promise to God that I would be with, I brought my people here, and I flew people in from out of town, and we got tuxedos, and we had rooms, and it cost a lot of money. This can't be on shenanigans and bullshit.
Right.
Not SheNanigans, SheNanigans. Because SheNanigans is the podcast you should look out for next for. That's when you drop the commercial. This will be in post edit.
You know what?
But yeah, that's SheNanigans, not SheNanigans. So it's like I didn't want to fuck with that, and I was like, nah. But that brother used to come by my room every night and check on me, and he would knock on my door, and I would open it, like, come in if you need to. He didn't need to, but he opened the door and he like, Boogie. He would talk to me about some movie idea because he's a great writer and he's a great comedian and he's a great brother. He would be like, man, what you think about this scene? I would give him some ideas, and he would write that. He's like, that's pretty good, and he would float off into the night, and it was just so dope because I love that brother, and he was the only one out of Punchline. A lot of people came there.
Come on. Say it. I say it. Don't make me call no names with your redhead Earl.
A lot of people would come
Mama
there.
know.
A lot of people would
Please,
come
no
there to Punchline and be like, listen, I want you on tour with me. You're hilarious. Nobody's ever heard of you. You're new. You're this, you're that. And they would come with these ideas and they'd be like, I'm going to take you on the road. I'm going to take you on tour. And it would
They
fall.
announced it in front of the crowd, in front of people.
And it would just fall
It's
through.
live. I could pull the recording up.
We got it. She got it for sure. And it would just fall. And it would just fall. He's the only person that actually booked flights and booked hotels and Uber rides and from the airport to the. He's the only person that actually made it happen for me.
He kept his word.
He kept his word.
Yes, he did.
No disrespect to anybody else because I know that the bigger we get in life, like we can't. Because we never know who their bosses are and who they're listening to and answering to.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have it.
No, we good because we saw it. We were there. We were both disappointed. Like he just said, but you never know who
And then
has
he wouldn't
to.
answer my text message.
Right. But guess what? That night we went bowling.
Yeah.
And I picked up, and we went, and I picked up his girlfriend. We went to Coney, and we had a great night. And he was like, "Boogie, you're hilarious." To some, the other comedians, and we went out. We played golf, and we did this is a rapport.
Yeah.
It's a marathon. It ain't a sprint.
Trust me.
So we in it for the long haul. We established that. First night we met, I was like, I've never had a manager. You
And I
said
was like,
I've never
managed
managed
a comedian.
Right, a comedian.
He was like, let's grow
let's
together.
go. And so
Y'all
Here
say
we
I
are.
do.
that's
Period.
what it's been. That's what it's been from this
And you
day
know
on.
what's so amazing to me?
Y'all was married at
we got
first
married.
sight.
That's what we
Okay.
did.
Y'all got married. That's what
That
I
was
do.
a form of marriage, right?
on the professional level of
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because it was like that. We
But
never,
the
like I said,
hilarious, the hilarious part is that people would ask me, "Oh, you and Boogie fucking around?"
nope.
Boy, boom.
Listen, we don't like each other.
Why do people do that?
Listen, hold on, time. No, time out.
I think because
listen, I
most
have to.
humans,
No.
when they're always around each other, they fucking. Period.
Okay, so listen,
That's
let
a
me
fact.
hold on. Okay, so let me debunk this for everybody. I'm way too skinny for her liking.
That's true.
That is true.
I know,
That
so
is-
goddamn.
That is true.
True.
Kim like them thick,
None of us
nigga.
like skin.
If you ain't a big nigga, if you ain't a thick ass,
I had to look over.
listen. I wear a medium. She ain't like the medium nigga since she was 13. Probably didn't like that nigga then. Listen, I wear a medium. I am not an extra large. I am not a large.
like the
But guess what?
200ers.
Guess what? I like, if you ever see me, I like a smaller.
Petite women.
Yeah, you do.
Exactly. So here we go. This is why it makes perfect sense. We have to get out of that as black people. And I want to speak specifically to us. Take the sex out of your business.
Yeah.
Stop fucking everything that you could be a millionaire with. Stop fucking everything. I'm being real.
Yeah.
He
Stop,
did a
like,
segment
man,
one
I'm
time.
being-
He was
listen,
like, everybody want to fuck my
I
manager.
am not fucking.
I be like,
And I love that about
You
them.
messing up the vibe with people you can get.
I
a
love
bag
that.
with.
I love that about them. That
Exactly.
they want to fuck her. They see, oh, booty, oh, pretty, oh, she did. Like, okay, she's gonna get that deal sealed.
Right.
And I love that. And we're gonna manipulate you son of a bitch. We're about to fucking Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We need business.
Right.
We don't need your feelings. But if your feelings come attached to it, then we will manipulate that.
Okay.
This is a Chicago woman. I'm a Detroit nigga.
Hello.
You can't slick the two of us.
Hello. You better
You ain't
let
about
him-
to slip
You
through the
better let
cracks.
him know.
So I'm just saying that the two of us combined, we are a
Shy-Troy.
powerhouse. We
Shy
are
Troy.
Shy Troy. We are a powerhouse. So the two of us, and that's what I love about her, because we've had many talks, and I want to just put this out there in the world. Listen, don't you ever think the conversation has never come up Because this is the uncanny. We actually talked about, like, you think we'd ever fuck around and stuff? And we talked about it, and she was like, nah. And I was like, nah. Like, I'm going to be real. Like,
Right.
listen. I have to be real because we're around each other every fucking day, virtually or in person, every day. I have not spent the last 4 or 5 years of my life without this person either in my inbox or in my face. And the same for her. And we talked about it. You can't be a human being without it, but you can be a human being.
Yeah, for sure.
It don't have to cross those lines.
What
It was just
that
like,
what that
nah.
is when other people is contrasting their vulnerabilities or insecurities on you because they would probably want to fuck or be fucking
don't have that type
someone.
of self-control.
And see,
They
here
don't
we
have
are.
that type of
And so here's the
self-control.
thing. Here's the thing.
Right.
We're very fuckable people. Like I'm being real. Like, listen, I swear.
That's a sound effect right there.
I got to
swear.
get the
I swear. But it's like
Very
honestly,
fuckable.
we're very fuckable people. But it's like, who does? Imagine being a superhero. Let's just take it on another level. Okay, who does Superman talk to? I gotta talk to Batman.
Right.
I gotta talk to Wonder Woman. I can't be the person amazed by Wonder Woman's gift to come and save me. She came and saved you. She came and you were about to fall. She kept you from falling. She stopped that train. She held that bullet back. I came, swooped you out of this avalanche or this landfall or this. I came in quicksand. I pulled you up and we're superheroes, so we recognize each other's strengths, which is so dope. But we understand like it would never work. It's almost too much energy. Like you go help your people, I'll help my people, but let's meet in the middle.
Let's meet back here at 10.
Yeah, damn. Let's have it's the Avengers. That's why the group that we named was the Avengers. It was like the Avengers, like comedy.
That's cute.
You know what I mean? Which was like, who was it? Strap Matt. It was John McDonald. It was Q So
Jason.
Crazy, Ugly Jason, Demetrius Fields.
Her name
It was
Ugly
like all,
Jason?
yeah, but it was
he
dope
ugly?
because
The fuck?
it's a play on his. See, that's what he wants you to think right there. See, you just fell into the trap. Ugly
Exactly
Jason, a
what it
nigga named
Right,
himself
it make
ugly.
you think, like,
Who
is
would
he
name
ugly?
this? How many ugly people
Just
are
to
there
put
in
it
the
out
world?
there, he got it because
Billions.
He was the ugly Jason at the school in
Right.
comparison to my brother Jason. But
Right.
anyway,
Right.
shout out to him.
So him and Health went to school together. And there were 4 or 5 of them. Y'all can chime in and correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
But it was 4 or 5 of them, and it was like ugly Jason, cute Jason, singing Jason, dancing Jason. You know what I mean? And so singing.
Damn, that's
singing-
kind of
It was
bogus to
Jason
be the
5.
ugly. Right, Jason 5. It's kind of bogus to be the ugly Jason, but I'ma just put shout out to him. He ain't ugly no more.
He is not ugly.
That body ain't ugly. Either.
That's why I thought he was
Anyway,
gonna be
continue.
ugly. I'm like,
Whoop, whoop.
he ain't ugly.
Right, when I kept hearing ugly Jason and I saw him, I said, that's ugly.
Right, that's
Yeah,
ugly.
shout
And see how dope
Watch
that
it.
is as like a double entendre.
When he
It's
get
like-
on
Watch
stage,
it, bro. She
and
gave
like-
you a
then when he
shout
get
out.
on
Period.
stage,
It's like
They
Biggie
be like,
Smalls.
oh.
It's like, nigga, you ain't Smalls at all. You Biggie. You should just be Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Or like, and
Come on, Biggie Big, nigga.
and so that's dope. A nigga named Tiny, huge as hell. Nigga named Big, little as fuck. Like it's just that of
Big
it all.
Sean.
So yeah, Big
Right.
Sean,
Right.
exactly.
Little
Sean,
than-
yeah.
Little than a motherfucker.
So-
Penny Shine.
But that's
Hey.
dope. So
Double S.
it's like that, and that's how that all comes together, and that's why we make our team who we are. We are superheroes. We're the superheroes of comedy. We're here to keep you grounded. It's some people that just started a couple years ago. It's people that's been doing it like myself, 17 plus years. It's people that will start last week, like Nico, a couple weeks in. Like, and I believe in all of that, which is why a lot of comedians
said that about
don't
him.
believe in the start of, which is crazy to me because you have to get your start
gotta start
somewhere. And then when you go somewhere, they want to know, where have you worked? And it's like, well, I haven't been anywhere because nobody will open their doors to me.
Exactly.
And so that's why we've always had an open
I was gonna
mic.
say you've
Yeah.
always.
We've always
I
had
just,
a-
literally, I just told somebody that at my mom's birthday party, and I was like, one thing I don't know why we were just talking about you off to the side like that, but I was like, one thing I can say about you, no matter how green somebody might have been, quote unquote, or how advanced they may have been, you give everybody a chance, you show everybody love, and it definitely should be reciprocated, you know?
Yeah.
So,
He had this thing. He used to say, he has a no comics left behind policy.
yeah,
Right.
for sure.
Right.
And I was like, wow, I like
Right.
that. That's dope.
Because everybody got to establish something. Because one thing I noticed, because I moved out to California initially after because I wasn't trying to be a comedian. I'm just funny. I'm working at. Imagine a nigga at Costco funny as fuck, or a nigga working at a golf course, or a nigga working out there like, man, you funny as fuck. Like you should be a comedian. Like okay, I'm gonna be a comedian. And then I started to be a comedian.
Right.
And that's the difference. Like I didn't start off being a comedian. I started off being funny. And then I became a comedian.
I think that's when you know you're a calling, like when you fall into something.
Yeah.
Because that means it's natural. You know what I'm saying?
What the Bible say that your gift will make room for you.
It made room.
What made you know you was a comedian? You feel me?
Because everybody just kept saying you funny. Like I'm talking about from age 5 when I could remember my next day. Because as a child, like 1 to 3, I don't remember. And if anybody could tell me what they did when they was 2 years old, I'd be amazed.
Right.
But I don't remember. But then at 5, I started to have memories. And I started to like, yesterday you said, remember, Mom, you said if I was clean and I cleaned my room, I could go outside. And you know what I mean? I started to have
That's when you
memories
started
at
to retain
5.
stuff,
Yeah, I started to retain at 5. I swear to you, I can't even make this up. At 5, when my memory could retain memories, I was a comedian.
Okay.
Yep, and I knew I was funny because everybody was like, man, that's hilarious. Everybody is saying the same thing, but you're saying it differently in a funny way. We all had a bad day at work, but let me explain to you this bad day at work from your perspective, the person you had it with, the manager, the people next to you. Like, that's a comedian. I can formulate these things into it. Exactly. And then the director takes it a step further. They can see it from your eyes, my eyes, his eyes, the person standing next to the person standing next to the person. Like, so that's a movie. Everybody's involved now. So now it's a community watching this thing happen instead of just me and you.
Right.
But then those are the tight shots. If our thing is the main focus of the movie, it's going to show me, you, me, you from behind your shoulder looking at me from behind my shoulder looking at you, us from the side looking at each other, the wide span of everybody looking at them. And that's a movie. That's how a movie is shot. That's why a scene in a movie take fucking days. And a real movie take years. That's why I could shoot it this year. It's not gonna come out for 3 years. We gotta edit this thing. I gotta
editing takes a lot.
Ooh, we in the editing
and we know.
phase.
And
That's
see,
a word.
that's one thing. Listen, that's one thing that if you got a TikTok or if you got an Instagram, if you edit or YouTube, if you've edited 1 minute to 2 minutes to 3 minutes of things, imagine 2 hours of editing and imagine the magnitude.
I need to get my office.
Listen, I'm not even gonna lie to you though, Boogie, but just taking a video that might have only been 5 minutes, it takes damn near 2 hours.
2 hours to edit.
How about this?
Okay, so 5 minutes, 2 hours. Imagine 2 hours.
Right.
48 hours.
No, I know how long
and somebody just started clicking there and
Imagine editing on the
clicking
spot.
Okay, right then and there.
Imagine editing on the spot.
Right.
Like my man
Just
do that shit.
I was about to say, because y'all talking about editing, right? Just taking it into perspective now, a movie like The Lion King, right? Where you have CGI.
Yeah.
Okay, where you have a room
about the Avengers?
full of 40 editors, right? that are all editing 5 minutes of the video. And it still takes 3 years to get done.
That's a lot. You only had 5 minutes to do
Right,
it.
I only had
And
5
it's 40
And
people.
we still took 3 years.
Right. That's a lot. That's why I said,
But
anybody
you know what
that was editor before me, I give you your props. Because when I was in, I'm like, okay, this finna be.
Listen.
Oh my God, I'm still.
All right, try to tell me.
Stop
that just-
texting me
all
while
of
I'm
that
trying
just
to
lets
edit.
you know.
She
You
trying
gotta put your phone
All
on
of
do
that
not
puts in
disturb. I be
perspective.
making flyers.
Life.
How
I'll be
much
like,
work
Man.
it goes into
That
making a
is
quality
deep.
product.
That's deep.
And the shit that people don't know about.
That's
But
an
that's
analogy
to my
for
life.
life. That's an analogy. That's
You
an
ever seen
analogy
that
for
meme?
life.
You ever seen that meme, right, where you see it's like a lake, right? You have an iceberg. Big ass.
Yeah.
You don't know
know
what
what it took.
all you see is the little
peak.
part. But you
The
don't
top.
see that big ass. Or
Right.
even with a tree. Think about a tree.
Listen.
Y'all don't know that the roots go
All the
just as far
roots
down
is
as the tree.
forever.
That
Listen,
was the experience.
right. That's the thing
I don't
right
feel like
there.
I missed church today.
Hey,
right.
you still got the word.
You okay?
The word comes
So-
from the word.
So
Man.
listen, we're gonna take this last hour.
It's time for the questions.
It's time for the percolator.
Hey.
It's time for the
We
percolator.
both from Chicago.
You can ask me questions later.
Hey.
You can ask me questions
Percolator,
later.
Detroit
gonna do
shit. Let's get that clear. The percolator is Detroit
percolator
shit.
Detroit shit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
it is.
okay.
It's not
Because I
Chicago.
thought all the
Yeah, but Chicago gave it a dance though, didn't it?
Oh,
yeah,
no,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we
What
did.
percolator did y'all do?
Yeah, we
y'all
did.
don't have a percolator
Y'all don't have
dance.
a
Do it right
percolator
now.
dance.
We don't.
I don't dance.
But no, I'm serious. There's
Exactly.
no percolator dance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Just like Jukin came from the South, but Chicago made it popular.
right, Chicago
So
made a juke.
let's not
like,
do history.
Okay, we'll.
So, it's not no dancing now. 'cause-
Detroit niggas don't dance, I guess. You feel me?
So they dance.
Oh,
y'all
y'all,
dance.
y'all some jitting motherfuckers.
Hip rolling.
Hip rolling and jitting. I swear to
I
God,
just
y'all
said I don't
motherfuckers
dance.
just
But I like it.
I don't dance.
But I
I'm
like
sorry.
Right.
So listen, we are about to do something that I'm a little nervous about doing.
You a
Which
little nervous. You a
is-
little nervous.
little
Don't
nervous.
be nervous. Don't be
Don't be
nervous.
nervous.
You gotta be confident about yourself. This is
I'm a
about you.
little nervous.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
Let it
I've never
flow.
done it.
Let it flow.
And Boogie is going to interview me. Or he has a series of questions or whatever.
We're going to have something for you too in there. Maybe one or two.
Yeah, and y'all can throw them in and whatever.
I ain't got none.
And it's no holds
No
barred.
questions for my mama.
And if any
might
of
have
y'all,
purple.
and if any of you that are watching or listening, please do the same. If y'all got a question that you want to know about me, I am giving it to you 100 raw. So here we go.
She been like that anyway.
Hey, Boogie. Yeah, it's me
What's
anyway. So
up?
what's happening?
How old are you?
What's happening?
The real age.
How old are you, mother?
56 today.
56?
Woo, woo, woo. Today.
Can we get a
56 or 57?
56.
I ask her her real age
56 or
every
57.
year.
She do
'cause
that.
She be
You
lying.
look like you about
She do
like
that every year.
35.
My mama is a criminal. She
Shit.
got 3 different identities, just so y'all know. I'm a
He
op
tried
right
to say
now.
you look you're younger than me, so I feel some type of way.
You're young. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you right
You
now.
look like 35, nigga.
I put a boomerang up.
Hilarious.
Listen, wait. I have a substantial following. Let's be real. I put a boomerang up, and my mama in that little sass ass dress.
Man,
Sass
I
ass.
showed them pictures of my brother. They like, yeah.
And when I tell you, everybody came through my line. Guys that ain't said nothing to me in years, like, damn.
They like, oh Lord.
Listen, I kid you not even
I
off of
said, well,
that.
hello, stranger. No, I'm just playing.
I'm telling
But
you.
mama, you already know it. Just not even off of
I
that
just want to
picture.
say I helped her pick the dress. Woo woo.
Any picture I put up of you, they be like, who the fuck? That's my mammy.
They like, who that right there, bro?
Just like she love to big us up, we love to big her up. I be like, my
Right.
is 50
Like, is that your
plus.
My
sister?
babies is-
My
No,
mama
that's not my
50
sister.
plus.
That's my
What's
mama.
good? I got a lot to look forward
I'm
to,
like, that's
baby.
mine. You like, you call her mom?
We got good genes. We got good genes.
And just for me being around that just as much as the children have, not as much, but a little less, because y'all been around her for life. But them all niggas that ain't shit.
Them niggas ain't shit.
Every nigga that made that comment ain't shit.
Your mama can get
But
it.
he got a point because anybody that can't chime in, I was
Man,
like,
come on, you ain't shit.
I ain't
mama
feel I ain't feel
can
like
get it.
I knew.
I would never
I knew they was
introduce you
dirtbags.
to her, and that's why I sent her out as a, because this is like bait.
My brother did the shit. Dude.
This is
She-
bait.
she
Look,
is
look at
bait.
this. A shark is going to come for her, and she's going to bring
Now
that
listen,
shark
hold on,
home.
Boogie. I'm gonna say this, and it's so sad. I mean, it's sad, but it's
bait.
not sad that every time I've been in a relationship, nigga be like, "That's your mama." Oh shit!
Yeah.
Like why you?
He like, I picked the wrong goddamn sibling and shit.
Why your mama wanna
Problem
be
is,
standing
the problem
over?
is people need to stop thinking with their sexual organs.
No, it's
Vagina,
getting exhausting.
vagina, and
It is.
penis.
It's getting
Vagina
exhausting.
and like that's so.
But here's
That's
the thing.
so what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like just be
Like, go against
out
the
there.
grain, goddamn.
Yeah, damn. Be different.
I was
for
gonna say,
once.
be different.
Can you think, please?
Can you
You
think?
said a dude, your
So
your
disrespectful.
exes or dudes, what the fuck did they expect for you to come from?
That's fine.
But I listen. Hold on. Because I can say this. It's some niggas that done got with some bitches, and they mama don't look shit like the daughter. Where the daughter is like cacao, and
As a
then
dude,
the
like,
mama's
listen,
like,
wait,
oh
no,
shit.
listen. As a dude, I don't know, Boogie, bro over here, you can probably attest to me. You can tell when a woman takes looks wise after her mom or her father.
Yeah, you can tell that.
You can
Well, I
tell.
take my looks from my
When you see the
daddy.
mama, you can see.
You don't seem like you do.
She
But-
look exactly
I look exactly like my daddy.
But your daddy was
Pretty rich.
pretty. Right.
Hey,
Your
hey,
daddy was pretty.
Your daddy looked like a Samoan. I've seen your
exactly.
father.
Well, maybe-
Listen,
pretty.
Well,
I've
see,
seen
man,
pictures.
okay, well,
That
see,
nigga look
My
like
daddy was Al B.
the
Short.
electrifying
Think all of them look
mojo.
like their daddy.
That
Yeah.
nigga was like,
He was
that.
Al B.
That's
None
the
of
best
y'all
I
look
can
like
I mean,
describe
if
your
your daddy
father.
was one of the goddamn
Daddy
margins,
look like
then
your
okay.
My-
Where you
Listen.
say I don't look like mama?
Don't none of y'all look like y'all.
Jason
mama.
be thinking I'm mama when my back is turned. Like, what?
Well, y'all have.
What?
Well, to me, y'all have y'all
Your
mama's
mama's face.
essence. Y'all.
Yeah, y'all
But
got
Y'all
let me
got
say
y'all
this.
mama's energy.
energy.
I was gonna say when
Yeah,
I
you
talk-
feel me?
They got
That's
their
what
mama
I'm
energy,
talking about.
but
That's
that,
what I'm.
that familiar face, like no, no similarities. No.
You
Wow.
take y'all to your personality. Y'all are y'all mama's daughters.
I was gonna
Like,
say
y'all-
voice wise, I get on her phone and answer her
Yeah,
phone. They be
you
like,
do
"Yeah,
sound
Kim," and I be like,
I
"Hey,
see
hey,
that.
wait,
I
wait,
see
wait,
that.
wait.
Sure.
Nah, this
You
ain't
got your
Kim."
mama eyes and her chin, but other than that,
I
you ain't
just
got
be
nothing in
feeling
your
like-
mama.
I done seen
Wow,
pictures.
really?
Y'all
Of
feel. You,
I see
y'all-
pictures of
Now, I-
myself and I be like,
I know for sure I don't look like
Those
my mama.
younger pictures,
Not
right?
look, but it's just like I don't know. Maybe because.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next week with a DNA test to find out who's who and who.
It would be
and
me.
found out if you really her
Hey,
son.
no,
Hey,
fuck that.
she like, nigga,
Hey,
I popped
hold
all
on.
you
Hey,
niggas
Boogie,
out
you
of me.
might be, you might be her son while you trying to talk shit.
Hold on.
Really?
Hey, Kim, speak it.
Hold on.
I popped all you niggas out.
My pussy said pop, pop, pop 3
Pop,
times.
pop, pop.
Yeah.
Not the pop, pop.
3 times.
Pop, pop,
Oh,
pop.
the gunshots.
You go to the chopper on that motherfucker.
Fuck that.
She said, "Oh no, I pushed you motherfuckers out."
Listen, push. And I was at a Catholic hospital with your ass. They didn't want to give me no pain
Don't tell
medication.
That's why she white.
The racism.
No, she
So
wa-
I got a
she's white
question.
'cause
I got
her
a
father.
question
Cause
for
of
you.
Albie
So you have
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
so you have 3 children
Yes,
total,
3
right?
biological.
3 biological.
Damn.
That's some court shit right there.
Cause she
like,
take in a whole bunch of other fucking kids.
I
Okay,
know.
go ahead.
Trust me. I
Here we
know.
go.
Trust
Mad
me,
at
I
that. I
know.
remember that show.
Here
One
we
of
go.
them. Nigga. Said,
Here we
Boogie,
go.
you one of them.
I am. So if you could
And
physically,
you.
If I
I
could
know.
physically.
if you could physically, after your last child, we're not talking about
Hey,
today.
after
Right.
her last
We gotta
child,
say
what?
no.
I'm just saying,
After her last child, what? After her last child, what? No.
Go ahead, bud.
Okay, go.
Spoiler alert.
after your last child, would you have any more
Hell.
children if you could?
Hell no.
You heard the spoiler alert. She said after the last child, what?
I
No.
know. Listen, a
So
lot.
let me help you. This is what I did. I had her on a Saturday, Sunday morning. They was time. They was doing.
Oh, they tied that
everything.
motherfucker in a
Now
knot.
let's talk about how I ate my twin.
I don't think you ate your twin. I just think you.
I shanked her.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
A
So
lot.
I was pregnant
I'm pricking that.
Ad
with
lib.
Tony baby.
Tony, baby.
Mark be on point.
It might be on point. I see.
I know.
Okay.
Right?
He flushed it down the
He's
drain.
mad. He ain't new to this. He true
No,
to
no.
this.
And
Right.
I got sick.
Oh my god.
I swear.
No, I didn't go down like that.
You know what, you fatty.
Listen, so I got ill. I went to the hospital, and they were like, "Okay, you're having a miscarriage," and so I did. And then 2 weeks later,
I was only one
I
of
got
them.
really sick, and I was like,
And I said, gang,
Dang.
gang.
I know you about to say.
And she stumped
and
that
I was
baby out.
like,
Why you
I'm
do
gonna go
that?
to the hospital.
my
I
level.
went, and they was like, "You the baby," and I was like, "The
You could
baby."
never
I just
ever-
got the baby.
Oh, I
gone.
got a question.
And they was
said-
like, "No, there's a baby there."
knew
And
she was a
like,
booty.
"Oh."
I got.
And so we found out she was a twin,
I'm working on my bully.
Hey, yo, ma'am.
and I think she kicked the other baby out the womb.
I said
Hey,
that
yo,
she
ma'am,
stumped
but
that
you got a
motherfucker
question?
I got a
out.
question. I got
Okay.
a question.
Question.
Now, how I say this? Because I'm make sure. Cause
I'll be nervous.
I'm a little buzzed. Like, no. So if you could turn back this time. Sorry.
Oh,
Back
not the hands of
time.
time question.
Oh boy.
This is just being honest. You said we been. What's the name?
Yeah, we 100 on this thing.
Would you have kept me knowing who my daddy was or how he was gonna be after you had me?
Hell no. I'm about to say that shit.
I mean, it ain't gonna offend me and
Might
shit.
be
Cause
on
I'd have been
point.
like,
Hey,
gotta
that was
go,
me to
gotta
hit
go,
the
gotta
button.
go
Not
right
her.
now.
That was me to hit the button. She didn't
On
hit
the
the
way
button.
down the road.
He's on down. Like,
Ooh, Jesus.
listen, that wouldn't offend me.
Holy
Like,
Spirit,
activate. I'm trying to tell you.
Jesus.
Okay. Knowing
Talking about
how he was going to be to me,
right after I was born.
no. I would not
I
have.
would not have either.
She like me either.
I'm like, me neither.
I would not have.
Because his ass would have been fried, died, and laid to the side. You hear me?
Yes.
Somebody got to go.
Question. I got a question.
Yeah,
Got a
I hope he ain't- I hope he
question.
ain't watching.
No,
We-
he ain't.
we
gonna
don't
touch it.
care.
Even if he was, I don't care. I'm sorry, Daddy, but your ass would have got bopped. I'm sorry. I love you though. You're my best friend.
Hit the road,
So,
Jack.
okay.
Ain't no come
Without-
back no
Hold on,
more.
Without incriminating yourself.
Without incriminating myself.
What's one of your most littiest, or not the littiest, because I know sometimes it's hard to remember, but what's like a lit moment back in your trapping days?
Trapping.
Back in
Grand
your,
trapping.
She said,
Back
I used
in
to
your
have nothing.
moment.
Back in your moving and shaking.
He was
She
shaking
said,
and
but now I
moving.
got a whole lot of everything.
shaking
And
and
I
moving.
remember- I remember Silky got arrested trying to come back from out the States with some drugs. I remember that.
Tell me you wasn't stuffing. You wasn't stuffing.
Oh.
At the jump.
Silky is
Grand,
I wasn't.
grand stuffing.
No.
I wasn't. They wouldn't let me.
Grand stuffing.
They
Stuffing
wouldn't.
McMuffin.
Stuffing
They-
McMuffin.
They wouldn't let me. But my cousin was definitely a mule, but she was like
She was
the mulest of mules.
She was the GOAT.
That's my baby. I
You
love
never
her.
say
I
the
miss her.
mulest.
I
How
miss
many
her
she
so
put in that
much.
motherfucker at what?
Listen,
know
I
the-
miss.
we don't know the details.
Listen, I miss Silky so much. That's the motherfucker that know where all the bodies buried.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In real life, that motherfucker know where all the bodies
Got that
buried.
one-
And I
that
miss
one.
you. And I miss you.
Silky.
So, my most
Or one of the
littiest-
littiest. Like a moment where you was like, damn, it could have went down.
The most.
The most is probably hard to remember.
Ooh, so I was dating a gentleman who was who was in law enforcement,
You was a cop.
See, dirty.
Pow, pow.
but he was unclean.
He was uncleanly.
It's uncool.
He was unclean, and he called me up and he said, "Listen," he said, "Babe, I need you to ride with me." He said, "If you ride, it's about." He didn't say 10 bands. I'm using it now.
Right, this verbiage.
Yeah.
Right.
He said about 10 bands in it for you. And I was like, okay. I mean, he was my dude. And
The things you would do for your
Listen,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie.
No,
Just
hold
from a
on,
little bit,
hold
I know
on,
she was
hold
a ride or die.
hold on. And so we rolled
she
up,
didn't
and for my birthday, that's amazing. It's my birthday today.
Hey.
For my birthday, he bought me a 25 automatic. It had a pearl handle, and yeah.
25.
I don't think that.
And so
it exists.
it does.
That's what I say.
I
That's
know
how
it
you know
does.
I don't know guns.
Hey,
It's-
22,
oh, with a pearl
22,
handle?
25, 32, 36,
I'm not gonna remember
38, 40,
And it was
45.
silver.
Look, I know about a
It
40
was-
though.
A 50. Don't forget about the 50, nigga.
Now
No,
listen.
that was after.
Now
I stopped
listen.
at 40.
Now
He
listen.
like I was done.
Boogie said
40
I-
like
I-
I'm not done.
I
Right.
stopped at the 40.
Now
you
listen.
know.
Bazooka.
I stopped at the 40.
Now
Nuclear
listen.
bomb.
We did this. We did this
Nothing.
with me unknowing. Now I got this. He told me. He said, "I want you to bring your. I want you to bring your
Just a
thing with you."
splash, though.
So I brought my thing with me,
And that's
and he
good.
said, he pulled up and he said, "If
Only
anybody,
you would laugh
man,
at
woman,
that.
or
And I
child,
knew you would.
run out this house,
And
I want you to shoot it."
So this happened so long. This is probably the, is
I
this
ain't
the
gonna
gun
ask
that he
details.
gave
I ain't
you?
gonna ask details.
Cause this sound like an old story.
Like, for real, that's
This might be the good.
What gun is that?
Shikran.
He has got to know your Uncle Bobby.
Uncle Bobby.
I think
Shout out
it's the
to Uncle
gun.
Bobby.
Don't
Don't
Shoot
shoot
that little
that
ass gun no more.
Brought the
shoot that-
2-5
Don't you
Dillard. He
shoot that
brought the
little
2-5.
shit no
No
more.
more.
Oh, that bitch will get it through.
I know that.
I got a Derringer about that big.
It'll
that-
kill you.
It'll kill you.
You shoot a
I
person in
carried
the
a
right
two
spot.
2 for like
My
3
grandfather,
years
my grandfather showed me a
Gotta get
zip
it done.
gun,
11 of
a zip
motherfucking
gun that looked like a
14.
pig.
What the hell is a zip gun?
Yeah, they make it. It's a.
It looked like a
some
pig.
pins,
It's just
it's
one
rubber
shot
band.
of a
It's like
22
nothing. It's like nothing.
caliber, but it'll kill you. I
Right,
put,
but
I hit you in the neck. Pat, it's done. Pat,
It's
it's
nothing
over.
but it's
Show
something.
ass.
It's nothing.
See,
but
I'm
it's
not a gun
It's
person.
for-
I'm more of a
See,
But
this is
listen,
some
but listen, but
Two
listen.
move around.
But listen.
close
Two
quarter
move around.
combat.
yeah. I'm
That's,
more
I
of a
know a
nice
lot of people
person.
that carry cougars because they like, I
wanna
ain't
jug
supposed to
you,
have
buddy.
shit on me anyway.
Listen,
They
that
give
was
your
my,
body a move around.
That shit is little as hell.
You want to pass that? I don't want
that
my.
was my
No,
most.
it's
I just don't want my hand prints on that
that,
bitch.
this
ammunition?
motherfucker ain't about to fire nowhere, no how.
Oh no, it's about to fire.
I'm
Oh,
just
it will.
showing y'all.
That's little.
Oh, it
But
go
they
in
say them
there.
little bullets is the worst. They bounce
Yeah.
around.
Got the
they
You can tell who
2-5.
dated the drug dealers. All right, so
For
then
real?
This
He
nigga
pulled
here.
the 2-5 out.
This nigga here.
He said,
Date the violent niggas.
it's a 2-5.
Them bitches
Pow,
move
pow.
around and you there shoot. They hit
I
you in the
just-
neck, end up in your ankle. She
Boogie,
know that.
Boogie, I just
It's a
crossed
2-2.
over to the violent
Pew, pew.
niggas.
But I was the one trying to lead them to the path of righteousness.
Okay, Moses.
See, yeah, I started off
And it
with
didn't
the-
work,
Let
so we
my
split up.
gangsters
You hear me,
go.
You hear me, Rihanna?
He came through in 2-5 land. Let
You know,
my
it's
gangsters
all cute.
go.
It's all cute when they buying you stuff, and
Yeah.
then
Man,
it
this
don't
nigga
get
You hear me?
Booger,
No,
man.
no.
What
I
the-
started off. Listen, Mark. I started off with the dweebs. Okay,
She
I
did.
just
She
crossed
was a
over.
nerd.
I just crossed over to the nigga. What you saying, nigga?
Real
And-
nigga shit.
and look,
Okay,
look,
period.
over
I ain't
here.
gonna lie.
That's what I'm like.
You know.
I just crossed over because
She
I
be
was
like,
nervous.
I feel so safe.
You are, you feel?
Listen,
me?
like,
so
me
while
too.
while we doing the
And her
truth,
sister
hey,
extension. He
while
got
we
one
doing the truth and shit, she started dating 40, and I was like, come on,
Right? What?
Yeah, that was new.
this
That was
is a little different.
There's a lot
like,
of people that said that. They was like,
yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm different.
You like her
Don't be
type of guy. Like
I'm not.
I kill everybody in this
I
room.
just said that.
Rihanna said that. Rihanna was like,
What'd
y'all
I say?
match.
I be wanting people to tell me what I said before
Y'all
they say I
crazy,
said it.
Right? That's what she said. She was like, y'all crazies match.
So what questions you
The
got for me?
crazy match.
What questions you got for me?
Well,
yeah,
my
this-
questions are compiled
this
of
is
my
crazy.
own and people, because
Okay.
people ask me questions all the time. Okay, most of these questions that I'm going to ask you, I already know the answer to because I know you.
Okay.
Well, you can't spend this much time, and we have our most fun time. If I held up an answer right now, it would say after the show.
After the show, in the
yeah.
car.
Trust me, we've had the most fun conversations after the show.
I've heard some of y'all conversations on the phone.
nigga,
Like I'm like, these
This
niggas
is
here.
the most funniest shit.
Y'all act like brothers
We
and
should have
sisters.
said exactly, and that's why God. Listen, we saved. Didn't I say this to you before we started? Like we saved each other's lives. I told you that. Like
Yeah.
I
act
said
like
because
brothers and
listen, she was about to do some other shit. I was about to do some other shit. Like I promise you, I was like, I'm done. I'm fine. I've been funny all my life. Ain't nobody. Yep. And she was like, I'm good. Fuck that. You know what I mean? And we were about to get into some other shit. And it's at that moment of like about to give up where God comes in, because I promise you, if you ain't been to the end, you'll never get to the beginning. And so I was like, I'm fucking done, man. I'm done being the funniest nigga in the classroom. I'm done being the funniest friend, you know. I'm done being the funniest employee, the funniest, like, I'm done. I'm done. And she was like, no, you not. She was like, do you know how funny you are? Oh my God. Like, she brought me back to like because people at some point when I was young, it got into a point of hate, I guess. Because when I was young, everybody would acknowledge how funny I was. When I was little and everybody was little, it's like, oh my God, you're so funny, you're so funny. But then when you get older, people realize like they not that funny, and then they start to feel some type of way about you. Like,
Right.
okay, so this nigga about to get the bitches.
Okay, like we gotta block him somehow.
Yeah, I gotta block him. So I swear to God, or he about to get the interview, and I'm not as witty or as cunning, or you about to get the invitation, and I'm like, it was just weird. And I noticed it in my life because I was being genuine the whole time. I was being genuine the whole time, except now while I'm taking this picture. And then I have been so forthcoming about it. And then I noticed because my parents moved a lot. My mother moved a lot because she was trying to find a father for her children.
Wow.
She moved a lot. Every neighborhood I moved to, I was the hated nigga. You hate me. I got all the toys. I'm the fresh dresses nigga. Like, I got all the sweet. Like, I drove at 15. I got a car. I got a basketball court in my backyard. Like, I had all the shit that would give
off
niggas.
the basketball court.
Yeah, I got courts, but this is shit that if you don't have it, you hate me, as opposed to being like oh my God. And I was so
I
welcoming.
befriended the
Dog,
trampoline girl.
you can come anytime you want to. I had all the game systems. I'm talking about Atari 2678. I had Nintendo, Genesis, Dreamcast, Super Nintendo, Xbox, PS. Like, I had them all. Like, you can come over and play, but niggas hated me for that.
Yeah. Loved you and hated you at the same
Loved
time.
me and hated me. And so I moved from neighborhood to neighborhood because my mom was constantly evolving. We started off at 12782 Wilshire between Dickerson and Park Drive. And we moved to Promenade. Then we moved to the west side. Then we moved back to Peyton. Then we moved like to Grossbeck. Then we moved out to where they are now, Crocker and beyond. Like, we passed 16 Mile Road. But I'm telling you, like, my mom was always trying to find a place. So I know what it's like to be different. So when you saw that difference in me, that's why I knew that my mother would love you. Because your love that came, it was only a mother's love, and it was only the love of somebody that know people that are different. Your children, as brilliant as they are, that's different.
Don't cry, Kim.
You can sing differently. You recognize things differently. You may be I can visualize. No, it's okay, but you recognize that. Like we're different, and there's nothing wrong with being different.
Nothing.
We are the League of Extraordinary People, not gentlemen, just people.
Yeah.
We are different, and there's nothing wrong. But guess what? That's why I only associate myself with you. I don't want to be around other people because they don't like that. There's a person next door that is in a chain of ants. Do you hear what I'm saying? There's a person next door in a chain of ants. They're following the ant in front of them, and the other ant is following them because they're going.
Okay.
And they're just marching up this tree. They're in a chain of, and trust me, everything I do makes sense. There's nothing like mistaken.
Miranda said,
I was
gonna ask you to
I am
elaborate,
the
but I ain't
sweetest
understood that
nigga.
first,
I am the
sorry.
sweetest
I was just about to say, in the
nigga.
words of Boogie, we are sweet.
We are
Bro,
sweet.
I'm the sweetest nigga
We
you
are
don't
sweet.
know yet. And the more you get to know me, you'll realize how sweet I am.
For real.
From the
Like,
shit I do to the
fuck
food I
with
eat
you.
to the car I drive. No, you fuck. Everybody in here fuck with each other. If you wasn't fucking with me, you wouldn't be in here.
funny
If you
as
wasn't
hell,
fuck with
I
us.
swear to God.
I'm funny. I'm charismatic. I'm also a gentleman.
Yes, sir.
You are.
I'm also my mother's favorite male besides my dad. My dad has her heart
Right.
and her soul. I have her eyes. I have her motions. I have her things that she does. How she'll give the shirt off her back to a homeless person. I have her mannerisms. My dad owns her. That's my dad. I'll never take nothing away from my dad.
So to
I
elaborate
have
on that, how many brothers and sisters you got?
none. I have one sister, no brothers. I am my only brother. I kept
you are
myself.
only begotten.
I'm my only begotten.
she
And
said
guess
that shit all
what?
the
Okay,
time.
and you want to say you want to hear how further it is?
Yeah, of course.
There's about 20 women in my family.
God damn.
Me and my son are the only males.
Oh, wow.
For real?
Damn, that's a lot of
Bro,
women.
you blessed though.
I know. And so here's the thing. And so that's why, see, what you just said and what I know, I can't go my whole day trying to prove to you, I am who I am. I know who I am.
gotta know.
You
course.
just you
I
just
said
found
you
out, just
blessed,
like,
my
just
nigga.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You know that about you and your brother, if you have a brother or
got
sister.
6 brothers.
There you go. So y'all blessed. I'm blessed in my own way. You're blessed in your own way. They're blessed in their own way. But you have to recognize your own blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if somebody wanted a picture hung up, they can call you and 5 other people.
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted a picture, or 6 other people. If somebody wants a house to move into, like my son is 4. You know who everybody calls upon? Me.
You the male. You the head of the household.
There you
right
go.
now.
And so I'm
talking
so
about head of the family.
I'm so comfortable in being. I'm the head of the family.
Yeah.
There are no others in my family.
I understood.
So
That
it's-
means
it's
you really
so
ain't got
dope.
no choice but to be great.
But you know what though? I don't.
You got a choice.
I don't
It's
take
what
that.
choice you make.
I don't even like that though.
I
and
know
don't,
he
and-
wants to be great, so he has no other choice but to be great.
You know what I want to be? I want to be like God. And I want to be like Jesus. And I want to be like Moses and Job. And I want to be like
do too.
everybody who, John.
we do.
I want to be like everybody who served. I will never take these things that I have and look upon them as blessings. I look upon them as duties. I have things I have to do. I have to do this. I don't want to do
One
this.
thing I've come to know and understand: to whom much is given, much is required, and that's in the Bible as well. And I didn't realize that, until later on in my life, going into 50, like the week before I turned 50, it was like a veil was pulled off my eyes, and I was like, "Whoa, okay, I've been wasting my time for a long time." And I decided to make some other choices. One thing somebody said to me, and it made me really stop and think, was like, I tell people all the time, don't let my hallelujah fool you.
I love that when you say that.
Because trust me, I love God with every ounce of my being, but don't push me.
Knock your head.
I ain't a
I
killer,
love
but
when you
don't
say
push
that.
me.
I love when you say that. I've
You
heard
know what I'm
that
saying?
several times.
And,
Don't let my
and,
hallelujah fool
right,
you.
and
I
it's for
love it.
real.
It's odd for people to decide what type of person you should be.
Yeah.
Just because you got a hallelujah in your
Right.
spirit.
You see what I'm
You're
saying?
supposed to be a certain type of way.
Yeah,
Right,
like,
and I don't like that. I don't like being put in
I
this
got a
box.
question.
So you got a question for me? Okay, come on.
First, who the question going to today?
To me,
At what age did you figure out your purpose, like what you wanted to do for real?
my purpose.
Yeah, like what you wanted
okay.
to do for real.
At what age did I figure
All
out?
right, all right.
At what age did I figure out my purpose? 50.
I'm about to say it had to be recent.
Understood.
50. Yeah.
Because she told me on All Bullshit when she was on All Bullshit.
Wow.
And you told me about, just to be candid,
Let's go.
moments when you were not sure about life.
Yeah.
You weren't sure about your destiny.
Yeah.
You weren't sure about a lot of things in life. You
Yeah.
weren't sure about a lot of things.
Yeah.
We both deal with anxiety. We both deal with depression. We talked about this. Like,
Yes.
it's not a lot of people. That's why we talk about it and we laugh about it all the
Hey,
time. Like, we
Brandy.
saved
All
each
the
other's
time.
life.
All right.
Like, we saved each other's life because I thought about it. I'm like, how wonderful can you be and someone hits you? How wonderful can a man be and a woman cheats on you? How many children must you bear before a man respects you?
Right.
How much can you give before? And it's like we didn't learn until later in our life to give it to ourselves. And then we start to associate ourselves with people that'll give it to you too. But we were looking for it from other
The
people
whole
at
time.
first.
The whole time.
The whole time. We were like, when you ain't gonna see that I'm
50?
you're not gonna see that I'm the best person ever. You're not gonna see that I'm the best neighbor ever. I'll pull your garbage can when I pull mine. You're not gonna see it.
You ain't have to ask me. I just
exactly.
saw that you
common
didn't do
sense,
it.
Common sense is an oxymoron. It's not that common. It's really not.
Right. You got a question?
What
I got some more questions.
advice
I swear I do.
would your 56-year-old self
I'm blurred right now. I'm sorry.
give your 26-year-old self in one sentence?
One sentence, mom.
Look, we like
Why you gonna steal my question?
You ain't think of that.
Without talking
saying
to
it.
you.
Mark,
Yeah, without
goddamn.
saying.
Corey over there like, I got some questions.
My 56-year-old self
Would
my
tell
sense.
your
to
26-year-old
my 26-year-old
One,
I said
in one
21.
sentence.
One.
would say,
Imagine you had been married by then and
Yeah.
kid and all that. 2, 3.
Think about that.
Two.
Think about that answer.
So, 2 kids,
38.
previously married,
Stop having
in the drug game.
Give it a second to think. That's a big question.
All right, that's all
Huge
I-
question.
Yeah.
That was a really
That's why I want to lay out all the facts.
Don't marry this nigga.
my voice is
Look, she's on. That's part of it.
my voice is hit, but
Fuck these.
India Irie made a song.
I wasn't born yet.
India Irie made a song that defines, and I love this song. And this is what 56 would tell 26. Slow down, baby.
All right.
You're going too fast.
All right.
I tell myself
Okay.
that
You got your hands in the air with your feet on the gas. You about to wreck your future,
Running from your
running
past.
from your past. Slow down.
You need to slow down.
Down, baby.
Y'all told y'all this is the voice. Slow down, baby. All right.
Ooh, that's a good. Okay,
Yeah,
I like that answer.
that was crazy.
That song.
I
What if
like
you
that
What if you
answer.
didn't like that answer? Would you still accept it?
I heard that. I heard
Black people
that
be
song.
killing me like I like that. I'm rolling with
right,
that.
we
Like,
don't
what
like
if you
you.
What if you didn't fuck with that?
don't
Like
tell
I
if you
love you,
like
mother,
good
but
answer.
I
Yeah,
Sounded like good answer, good answer. But the fact that she know, like, India
perfect.
Irie is our girl.
Yeah.
Jill
for
Scott
sure.
is our girl.
That's I'm about to say.
You know what I'm
Jill.
saying?
got
Lauryn
those
Hill is our
eras.
girl.
We got
Erykah Badu
eras.
is y'all girl.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
Any
for her
girl
to
that's
use
blowing
that-
shit, this black girl that's just your girl.
Yeah, so,
I ain't
so
gonna
for
say
her to
that.
use
I
that,
ain't gonna say that because we had
Megan Thee
eras.
Stallion is
Yeah.
my girl.
We had eras where
They didn't name Keisha up
certain
the streets my girl.
albums define what we
Yeah,
were
what
going
we was
through
going
at
through.
that
When y'all-
time.
at
I
the
can't even
time.
say Erykah
At the
Badu
time.
was one of our girls
Yeah,
because we
well,
wasn't banging in the
that
house.
was later
We
in
was
life.
banging Jill Scott on Elmwood when we was in a shelter.
Man.
You feel me?
Later
Like,
in
you
life.
know, since
Certain
I was little,
albums
since she
go
told me
with
to start
certain times
singing,
of our
Lauren
lives.
was my girl.
Period.
Yeah.
So
it was like,
it was definitely stages.
That
in y'all
was that
life
was like
that
Dakota. She'll call
culminate.
you in the living room and tell you to rap and do
yeah,
all of that.
Yeah.
Like we
it was
got
like,
moments
yeah,
for
it's
sure.
moments for them.
Now, did you hear say we had to live in a shelter?
You've been told.
I told my kids.
You've told my. Well, I don't know. 7
Listen.
Mile Radio might not know, but you've told me your whole life. We've had
Right. He know.
conversations for
He know,
hours,
no.
but they don't know. We've sat and talked to the sun. Like, all right, I got to let you go. Like, you know
Listen,
that.
I know.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been around when y'all two were like on the phone, and it was cool the first time I ever heard. I'm like, they really act like brothers.
I ain't gotta
and
be around. If
sisters.
y'all decided to do business
But
together,
yeah,
y'all gotta
but at
bond
the same
for sure.
time, it was like listening to y'all talk. I'm like, I ain't trying to be funny because my mother, she has friends.
Mm-hmm.
but she found a real fucking friend when she, you know what I'm saying, and for you to be a male.
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? And to hear her,
We've done enough fucking for everybody.
Listen, and to hear y'all conversations.
I think that's the first thing we established.
To
like,
hear y'all
for
conversations.
us to have sex with each other is like too much.
Listen,
like, call a spade a
I try-
spade.
okay, so
you
listen.
go that way, it's
So
like
we gonna-
boxers. Ding, ding.
We gonna
go to
here.
your corner.
We're going to go here personally.
Yeah.
Technically, for some years, my mother has not had any siblings.
Right.
You know, for real, for real. And when I've heard her, you know, multiple times sit up and talk to you, that's why I said y'all remind me of a brother and sister because, yeah, she didn't have, people say they bro and they say they sis, you know what I'm saying? But to hear y'all together, I ain't trying to be funny, reminded me of like when me and Rihanna talking to Jason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, that's dope as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is ironic because that's what she compared me to all the time. She's like, you're my son.
Listen,
if my son would...
Boogie, when I first heard
Him and Jason.
when I first heard him, I was like,
that shit is eerie.
that's my brother. Like,
It's
he
eerie.
sounds like Jason.
It's
He
really
reminds
eerie.
your whole persona. It reminds me of Jason.
Right.
And I'm like, so you know how the Lord come around full circle. It's like,
Want to do
so
it?
you asked for your son to do it. He didn't want to do it.
He
That
didn't
wasn't
wanna
what
be
he
a
wanted to do.
comedian. He
That's
wants
what
to
she
be
was
God
saying.
gave you
That's
somebody
what she was saying.
else.
When
Exactly.
she met him, she was
Exactly.
like,
You know what I'm saying?
You know
And
what
I'm like,
saying?
that's dope as
Right.
hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And to see y'all together, and to me, never did I go, I wonder if my mama fucking Boogie.
So listen,
Like,
you
at
know
all.
they used to
I
have this
wondered
thing
that
on
either.
Facebook called Anonymously.
Oh, yeah.
And you could post questions to a person's page without knowing who it is. And
Yep.
somebody said, "Are you in love with Boogie?"
I remember that.
Hilarious.
I was like,
I remember that anonymous shit.
"Wow."
Cause I love someone. I gotta be
And
in
you
love
know
with
what?
them.
And you know what? I don't
That's what
remember
we gotta get out of
exactly
that.
how I answered it.
But you told me
But
that
I
was...
said-
who that
But
was.
I said some shit like,
Statistics
I'm not in
says-
love with him as on a sexual level or whatever, but I am in love with who he is as a person. Yes, I am in love with his talent. I am in love with his ability. I am in love with his stick-to-itiveness because
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was this motherfucking great,
I quit.
I quit.
Right.
I quit because you bitches don't recognize
My
who I am.
My gangster, y'all better leave me alone.
Right, exactly.
And I don't know if that's gonna be the end all be all,
Yeah.
but people be saying like that's why like I'm like, all right, you say it then, because I have a hard time with that. Like I just call it being
Me
myself.
too.
Right.
And she like, no, you gotta let these motherfuckers know, like, and, you know, tell them.
And that has always been her.
I just gotta do it. I just gotta do it. And you could tell them. That's why
But
they
see,
be
you
like,
know what?
how much would you charge for an
That's
hour? I'm
part-
like, what is an hour worth of me worth?
That's part of what makes you you, though.
I'm terrible
That's part of
with
what makes you
prices
you, though.
because I don't know how to put a price on myself.
Yeah,
or
what's an
my
hour?
gifts.
Kim, tell them what an hour worth of me is. She's like 1,000 million trillion bajillion. I'm like, no, scale it down.
You ain't know?
And she like, all right. And I'm like, but they said they was working with 100. She's like, okay, well, 200 then. We're at least gonna outsource them.
I just be
And
hating
200
bargaining
is
with
not
people.
worth the hour. I just want to throw that out there into the atmosphere. It's not. That's a metaphor. 200.
Yeah.
He like hates
I be
me.
hating to bargain with
It is
people because I
definitely
be
at least
like, oh my god,
$1,000.
he's worth so much.
And everybody be like, oh my god, that was so
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
My sister tell me that all the time. She be like, "Come on, right? No, you need to." I be like,
She'll
$10.
post
She be like, 20.
Yeah.
I be like,
25.
Rihanna,
And that's
but I'm
what
trying
you
to.
need.
But you know what? It's so
I'm like,
Gotta
odd.
make
niggas
the
is
prices
broke.
attractive.
It's so odd because I'm terrible at pricing myself.
Terrible.
You know, somebody had to convince me to make my book $20, and this is something I cried tears over and went through hell trying to publish. You know what I'm saying? So I'm better at preaching to people than I am to myself. She like
Listen.
$10. I said
Listen,
$10.
I'm telling you, motherfuckers be like, so how much you gonna charge me? Do my hair? I'm like,
$10.
But that's why, if you
60.
think
No.
about it, that's why
No.
people have agents and managers. I mean,
Exactly.
listen, Michael Jackson had a manager.
Period.
Fucking Prince, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, anybody, they had an agent or a manager, somebody to speak for them because they can't do it. But I've spent enough time with you where I know how you feel. Well, I'll speak on your behalf to the best interest of you and you that is the entity that you are. Right. And that's what a manager does. That's what an agent does. Like, I cannot. I couldn't do it myself because I'm too busy doing it. I ask her all the time, like, I don't want to do nothing. And you know what she tell me? Just be funny. She tell me all the time, that's your job. You
That's
be
your
funny.
job.
You want me to, I'll handle the flyers. I've handled the social media and the 808 if I mentioned it and I remember too. And then this, that, and other. She like, listen, you do that. You be funny. I'll do this other stuff over
That's
here.
his
And
job,
then we're
to
the
be funny.
team.
Right.
so I know that we're supposed to be asking you questions, but I'm gonna give you your flowers at the same time. Okay. I will honestly say, like, because it's part of my trait, I just can't help it. Like, and even in my relationships, specifically in my relationships and in my friendships, I tell people, I don't give a fuck how you think the truth is gonna hurt me. Tell me the truth. Because I ain't trying to be funny. I was built for tough. Okay. You feel me?
Do you see our show?
Right, you feel me? I'm like, tell me what the fuck it is and give me the option of going, yeah, no, and I'm like, okay, no, okay, we know what we gonna do. Because of her. It was because she was like, listen, when back in my day when I was in and I did this and then you look, you see this? Right, we all out here hanging and we was doing it and she just was so blunt with everything. Right. So I'm used to motherfuckers being blunt with me. So when I get around people, friends, foe, whoever, and they on that fake shit, I be like, go play in traffic.
We can see it from a mile away.
I be like, please stop because
you have no soul, you son of a bitch.
Listen, because and it's a running on joke with me. Everybody be like, Kamara, you are so mean. And I don't take it as me being mean.
It's real.
You're
You're genuine.
You're the guardian of the gate.
Exactly.
And
you
I
said,
think,
what do I look like with this outfit on? Like a goddamn fool. That's what I. And that's
You
what I
asked me though.
You asked me.
You're the
Now,
guardian
see,
of the gate. And you know
I am
love
the
you.
more
This is my
tactful version
security.
of my sister.
You're the guardian of the gate. You're like,
listen,
you can't go there.
I'm a little more. I'm like one step down from my sister. I'm super blunt. I'm super honest. I'm never gonna give it to you in a fake way. But I know how to like.
She nice nasty.
I don't, and I wouldn't even call
nice,
it. I wouldn't even call it sugar on top because
It's
ain't
nice
sugary.
nasty.
You
No,
know
it's
what I'm
nice
saying?
nasty.
It's nice nasty for sure. Because I'm gonna tell you the
This
truth.
nigga said nice nasty
But
for sure.
I'm just gonna word it in a way where it's not so abrasive.
Because you're an
Listen,
author.
I
You're
can-
a renowned. You're
You know what? That's what I think.
a
I've seen
renowned
in
author.
She wasn't always.
Y'all are
But you
definitely-
have
I
to
see
be what
y'all
you were
being
to be what you are.
mutations of her. That's what it is that I see. Like y'all are like
Mutations for sure.
y'all like you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you might not
I
look
told
like
her
her,
recently,
but you are
and
her.
this is me giving her roses. I guess it's my turn. I told her recently, which I never really verbalized or vocalized or whatever, but I was like, when I was younger, I used to be like, I look like my mama. I'm gonna dress like my mama. I'ma drive like my mama. I'ma talk like my mama. I'ma spell like my mama. Like I used to be yelling down like, how you spell this?
Oh,
and
yeah,
she'll
off the
spell
top
it
of her
back,
head.
and I'll be like, damn, my mama smart. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
She be like, spell it out. And you be like,
damn,
she be like, that's
I really
da-da-da-da.
thought
Oh,
this-
that woman
I
is
really
smart
thought
as
this
shit.
lady was a superhero, and
She's
not to
smart
say
as
that I
shit.
don't think she's a superhero now, but now I understand that she's also a human.
Hello.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
When you get older and you realize that parents are human.
Hello.
You understand? So you're a superhero and also a human and also a parent and also a woman. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in a whole different space with it. But I'm telling you, I was like, I'm going to be baby Barb
Listen,
out here. Like,
I'm telling you,
I'm going to be baby Barb in these streets. What you
Because
talking
Barb.
As
They don't
far
even
as-
know her
as
as
far
Barb.
as mama-
Let's
Oh,
conceal
shit,
that for
I'm
tax
sorry.
purposes.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, we referring to baby Barb as
It's
something.
okay.
You
Barb
almost
Wire
made her
face.
cry. You almost got her. I
Mama,
seen it.
as far
seen it.
as finding your
She got
purpose.
92 names.
Right.
I've learned
Right.
them all.
As far as finding your purpose, one thing that I know, because I learned at a young age what my purpose was, even though I try to fight it, spiritually. But right. But one thing I learned from her is, as far as it goes, where people can come up to you and ask you about your life, never be ashamed of what is going on in your life or what has happened in your life, because it makes you who the hell you are today.
But you can't tell
So
everybody.
Hey,
listen,
Kim.
so for me, when younger people come to me and older people, they come to me and they ask me certain questions or whatever, I literally have to go like, listen, from what my mama showed me and what she taught me, you know what I'm saying? I don't regret anything that I've been through.
You know that.
Like none whatsoever.
Do you know how dope that is that you even give your mother her bibliography page? Because you know how many people act like they was born with this shit?
Man.
I've been in the same room where I've told somebody something and then somebody else come in and they tell them the shit I just told them like they did it. They won't say, they won't be like, and Boogie just told me, they be like, did you know that?
No,
Like,
my phrase
nigga,
has always
you
been like,
didn't
and so
know.
my mama told me, I'm gonna tell you like my mama told
That's
me.
so, listen.
That's always been my shit. I'm
Do
gonna tell
you
you, like
know
my mama told
that
me.
is very humbling, and that's an example of humility. Like, cite your work. Even when you write a page as a doctor,
Right.
as a PhD, you have to cite your work. There's a thing called a bibliography page. I know I'm brilliant, but there are other people that said these things
That contributed to my
contribute to my brilliance. And this is your mother.
got one
How
more
do you
question.
how you know this without? Oh, you just knew your ABCs?
No.
Nobody just told you. Nobody sat
Can
down
I-
with you
can
and was like A, B,
Boogie,
C,
can I
D.
ask one more question,
Nobody.
Boogie?
You ain't be like, I know my ABCs now. I'm fine. Never mind what happened before that. Like,
Mine.
come on.
I know I was the ABC in this mama.
Yeah, so it's like I
know
love
I
I
was.
love when people cite their work. That's why one thing I'll say, even when it's a joke or something I heard, I'd be like, even if I don't know where it came from, I'd be like, I don't know who said this, but
Right.
I will not act like I'm the first nigga or
Acknowledge
person
people.
to just do this.
Acknowledge
It's
people.
been plenty people that put their footprint in this fucking earth before I was even here. I went to Arlington Cemetery. There are fucking thousands, hundreds of thousands of motherfuckers that fought for this country. I didn't do it. You fought for my freedom so that we can sit here and be at 7 Mile Radio. This wasn't even here. Somebody made that street up there and they paved that concrete. I didn't. Somebody built this house and this basement and this foundation. I didn't. Somebody invented the microphone. I didn't. The cords, the cups that we're drinking out of. It's other people involved in this shit. How dare you act so sweet? You ain't do none of this shit. You just existing like a motherfucker is what you're doing. You didn't do shit to progress the people or the understanding, or you didn't even magnify the microphone. You just looked at it. You didn't rap. You didn't sing. You didn't do no poetry. You didn't have no nothing. You just looked at it and was like, nah, and judged the nigga that was on the other side of that bitch. How dare you? You looked at these lights and this plumbing.
I
You
need to
didn't.
get to my purse to get this offer
there.
for this pastor.
I'm just being real. I'm just being
40
real.
40 got a question.
There's just other
40
things.
got a question.
There's other things, man.
Question 2.
Acknowledge motherfuckers.
It's a deep question though. you
Okay,
feel me?
come on with it.
Like, what's one testimony you got that you would share with everybody that you feel me you believe you should share? Like something that's
you got some
important to yourself
testimony.
that you could share.
It's my
Who
biggest.
you asking me?
Yeah.
Second time
I'm gonna tell you this again. Now,
Okay.
who else is I'm asking my baby?
Okay. I'm just making
She
sure.
just tired of thinking.
Right,
She
my
tired of
man.
thinking.
I'm just making
It's your
sure.
birthday.
One testimony that you said that I know.
That you is willing to share with everybody that's you think that's like you feel me, something that you can share that you know
Forgive.
forgive.
That's a big one.
Forgive.
You want to start a thing? I could go
Forgive.
until he add the post.
I'm trying to tell you.
Forgive me.
Let it go.
Ooh, G.
Let it go.
What's an example of it?
Let it
Like,
go.
What's something that you
movie is that,
forgave
Fro?
that,
So
that made you grow?
So I'm gonna tell you right now.
But let it go. Let it
Something
flow.
that you forgave that
Let
made
it
you grow in
show.
life.
Let me explain something to you.
Y'all drunk all the tequila?
Hold on. No. Let me explain
Nah, but we
something
ain't
to
drink
you.
all the Grey Goose.
The sooner,
See, I gotta call. See, I gotta just call people.
if y'all want to hear it,
I'm
Lord.
listening. I'm
y'all
listening.
got. Y'all,
I'd
if
like
y'all
to
want to
call
hear it,
people
y'all got to
out.
stop so I can say it.
We didn't have a taste of
I got
that.
more
This
of that.
question, I'm listening, man.
No,
Really.
get you a shot. But we
I
didn't have
got
a
more of
taste
that than I got more of that.
I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
listen,
We'll
listen,
bust it open.
because this is important
Real
to me.
nigga for a real nigga.
That's why I asked.
Okay, listen. I have gone through some horrendous things in my life. And this show was to bring out 100, whatever, you know. I was severely abused as a child.
Yep.
Severely. I have spinal issues to this day. I go to a chiropractor regularly, don't I?
No.
Look,
She
don't
told me.
I?
She told me. She told
She been
y'all.
taking
We
me.
know.
Because of it.
We all know.
And at some point in my life, I asked God for forgiveness for the shit that I did. And he said, I forgive you.
Do you forgive
And
them?
then at some point, somebody else needed forgiveness for some horrific shit that they did to me. Was I willing to do that? Well, the word of God says that if you can't forgive your brother that you see every day,
Come on now.
How can your heavenly Father
Forgive you.
Girl, you about to
forgive you?
Preach. Preach.
And I had been in church for a long time, and one day that hit me, and I was like, really? If we want mercy, we gotta show mercy.
Hello.
If we want grace, we gotta show grace.
Whoa, I just posted something like that today.
If we want forgiveness, we gotta show forgiveness.
Yikes, where is this posted?
You hear me?
Because that's like confirmation.
Confirmation.
How hard is
Can
it?
I ask you a
And
question?
let me tell you,
Hold
it's
on.
not hard to forgive. No, it is not hard to forgive. We make it hard to forgive. See, we feel like forgiveness is, I gotta go to this person and say, that person may not receive you.
Right.
The only thing that matters is what's between you and God,
Come on now.
your creator.
You about to make me listen up in here.
So I went to God at some point and I said, look, I have had some things happen to me. I had a mother that abused me just because the sun didn't come up. I had a husband who I had a child by who broke my hip with a sledgehammer.
Bitch ass nigga.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say it in the mic, bitch ass nigga.
I had a husband who was manipulative, was in a relationship with a whole 16-year-old.
Faggot ass
She had a
pedophile
husband who
ass
asked
nigga.
the door down while her back was against it.
And hit her in the
I
back
had
with
a,
it.
I had a husband.
Like ex-murderer husband.
Yeah.
Right.
You know
Facts.
what I'm saying?
And you know I was right there.
My back against the door, and this nigga was trying to get in, and he took that axe and hit through the door, and my back was against the door because there wasn't no lock on it,
Yeah.
and so it hit me in my back.
I remember standing there.
When people ask me where was you when 9/11 happened, 9/10, I had axe in my back.
Yep.
Full body cast.
So on 9/11, I'm laying in the bed on morphine, and I'm looking and I'm like, what movie is this? When them buildings went down. And my kids was in school and my kids didn't know
Me
that
and
their
Jason
mama
say
was
to this day, like
in the hospital.
we
You
couldn't
forgave
understand
that
why
nigga?
we
They
couldn't
couldn't
understand
understand
why
it.
everybody else was getting picked up from school and we
they
weren't
weren't.
getting picked up.
I had just came back from job
we
corps.
were hurt, but we was kids. You feel me?
And you
So we
forgave
was
that
like,
nigga?
damn, our mama ain't come get us. We was hurt. We was mad at our mama
She-
for not coming get us. Then we realized what
She-
she was going through at that time.
That nigga right there is the reason why I learned how to forgive.
Yeah.
Because I would have been a bitter
you
bitch.
have to. You have to.
I would
have
have
to
been a
forgive.
bitter bitch. Because let me not say.
That's the
let
only
me
way
say this.
forward.
And they talk about generational curses. I might not have been through the exact same things as my mother, but I've been through a lot of the same things as my mother. And I will honestly say this, and I've said it to anybody who has asked me and they was going through a situation with their parent. Well, what do I, and my mama ain't, and my daddy ain't, and I said, let me explain something to you. Find out your parents' history first. And what they went through to understand
your
how they're
parents are only
reacting now.
teaching you based on what they know.
Exactly. But not even just based off of what you know, but your hurt,
Yeah, that
your
too.
experience.
That too.
You have to find out. I've had siblings get mad at me and go, and I don't understand why you okay with daddy and you talking about to talk it out and figure out what's going on. Because guess what? You don't know what he went through back then. You don't know what she went through back then for her to respond the way that she's responding right now, or for him to respond the way that he responded right now. You have to figure out there's a source to it all. And in all honesty, and this is just being blunt, me and my mama had we bumped heads like this. You understand me? And at a younger age, I'm like, I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with her. Something's wrong with this lady. I don't like her right now. She's not my friend. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? And once I hit 17, and she started to tell me her story, I go, oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. That makes perfectly good damn sense. Oh, I got you. Like, you know what? My bad. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. My bad. Because it makes sense. You're only doing what you learn and what you experience in your life. You're not perfect. Ain't none of us fucking perfect. And anybody that expects a parent to be perfect and do everything right, then you a fucking dummy.
You're a fucking dummy.
You're a fucking dummy. Because no parent
stupid.
does it right.
Stupid.
Every fucking time. Never. And this is me talking from, I'm the oldest child. And I've seen shit, I've heard shit, and then I was wondering about shit. And I'm trying to tell you, once I got to a certain age, it was like, that
Clarification.
makes fucking sense.
Clarification.
Now I know what to do and what not to do when it comes to my
Right.
kids.
Right.
I gotta fix me
Right.
in order to teach them. And I have sons. You know what I'm saying? And some people's like, it don't make no difference because you got boys, you ain't got no girls. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit, generational curses. I have family members and on certain sides of my family that were whole ass molesters.
Yeah.
And the generational curse, I refuse for my sons to have to experience that or be that.
That's right.
That's why my religious or my spiritual
Belief.
walk, there you go, my belief, my spiritual walk, I'm going to make sure my sons never have to walk that or experience that because I know that there's a fight. I know that there's a fight. I have perfect example. Like I said, my mom, that's why she was like, she always tell me her words, I'm your cheat sheet.
I am your cheat sheet.
So anything you're going through, Kamari, 9 times out of 10 or 9.5 times out of 10,
I done did that.
I done did that or
Did that.
experienced it.
10 times over.
Therefore, when you're going through it or you need some questions, come to me. I got you. Now, I had the option of going, well, some of this I'm going to come to you, and some of it I'm going to,
But you always had to come back and say, God.
I've always, and I will and she, like you heard her just say it, I've always went back to my mom like,
Damn, you was right.
So you know that the
Remember
one
that
thing
time
you had
you had
said,
said-
I was like, yeah, you was right. You know what I'm saying?
So I got it. So let's. Are we wrapping up? Or are we here? We still good? Or we got time? All right.
Yeah, rapping.
I want to know. On this year of your life, we're gonna go in a 3-part. I want 3 answers. Okay. The things that you have seen, the things that you're doing, and the things that you plan to do. What are those 3 things in your life?
Good
Things
question.
that I've seen.
Great question.
Things that I've seen. I have seen that I have more ability than I thought I did. I have seen that since I have decided to ask God before I do anything, that I make less mistakes. I have seen that my living is not in vain.
Amen.
I have seen that through my children, my dreams can be manifest.
Truly.
Okay.
I have seen that we funny over here.
Hilarious.
I have seen that the promises of God are yea and amen.
Come on now.
That's that church up in us.
You hear me?
I had a young man tell me that I needed a particular type of man. You need a man that's in church. I said, no. And I need the men that are interested in me to understand I don't need a man that's in church.
Don't need a man at all.
I need a man
That is church.
Got church in him.
that
Okay,
got
that
church
is
in
church.
him.
Hello.
What are you talking
You are the church.
You ain't got to be up in the church.
God said that you are the temple and the tabernacle. You understand?
Never heard that.
It's your belief system for me.
Kim said, what's the number?
It's your belief system for me. And I believe in these people. Every time I come into this studio, Mark, do I not
Find a
find a
dime
dime
somewhere.
that I manifested every time. That's a whole nother story. We'll talk about it another time. But every time. I said, Mark, you planting these. He said, girl, I ain't got time to plant.
And shout out to Mark.
Shout out to Mark.
What I do this time?
Hey.
Ad-lib
Just
king.
believing.
Just-
Just being you and believing in the shenanigans
Mark,
show.
somebody said to me,
And being on point.
don't nobody give a fuck about what you got to say
Who?
or how you feel. And you said to me,
What you tell him?
do you know you can have your own show?
How we said fuck him?
And here we are. Shenaniganizing.
What you tell him? Let me know, ma. What you tell him?
Here we are, shenaniganizing. I don't hate on nobody.
You
Listen.
said fuck him. I said for you. She said
You
fuck
understand what
him.
I'm saying?
Right.
I said fuck
This young man right here,
I didn't see it.
this young man right here
My number.
has made me believe in my ability.
No, the number to the thing. They're trying to call in.
Oh, somebody trying to call in?
Said,
The
tell Boogie to
number
text me the number.
is
I don't
on
know
the
why
screen.
She said
It's on the screen.
Can't believe the number is on the
It's the
screen.
bottom right side corner of the screen.
It's on the bottom right.
313-723-0481.
It's my first time on the show.
Right, I was like, okay.
It's your second
Second.
time.
I just looked
I
at the
remember
screen
the
and
first time I
saw it.
watched you was on
It
here.
was on the very first show.
I was doing what she told me to
I'm
do.
on the first
She said,
and
tell
the
Boogie to
last of
text
the
me
year.
the number to the show.
are. In the beginning
was-
and the beginning.
Kim, was you trying
And
to
in the
make
end.
yourself
She got a she blow right now.
But look,
Kim,
there's
you
a
blow
reason
right
for
now.
that.
I am the Omega.
So what was
and the
that?
Alpha now.
What
She said she
I
don't. She
learned?
said she don't see it.
What was it? What I learned?
Right hand corner of the screen.
313-723-0481.
7230. Whatever.
0481. See.
She said, say it again.
313.
Okay, so
I'm
that
about
was
to put
what
it in
I
the
see
comments.
or what I saw.
313-723-0481.
What you see and what you will, what you see in the
Tell
future.
Kim
What
to
I
put her
see-
bifocal binoculars on.
Hold on. What I see,
Binoculars.
I see.
Put the binoculars on. Binoculars.
What do I see? I
Right now.
presently. What do I see? I see, progress.
I see greatness.
I see. Yeah. Let me get it out of my mouth. I see greatness. I see ability. I see strength. I see, peace.
Girl,
favorite
because that's
word.
what I've been waiting for. Right there. My peace. Come on,
I see
Lord.
peace.
That's what I want. No, y'all don't understand.
Just
Make me a
That's
little
what
palette, sis.
That's what I want. My peace.
Because you can have all these
Have a comfy
things.
couch for me.
You hear me?
You
know
can
I
have
will.
all these things, but if you're not at peace,
It's
you know,
nothing.
like
It's
you
nothing.
look back and you be like,
You got
oh
$1
my
million
God,
and no
he was a
peace.
millionaire. He had everything, and why
Somebody,
did
what?
Skylar kill himself?
Exactly. No peace.
Damn.
No peace.
No peace.
He had no peace.
No peace.
Peace
Now,
is
money
everything.
can buy a little bit of happiness. I don't care what
Let me
nobody
tell
say.
you.
A little bit of happiness.
We got a call.
What's going on, caller?
got a
Who's
call.
this and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Kimberly.
Hey, Kimberly.
Hey, Kimberly,
Hey,
Thank you for that.
is this Kim B?
Yeah.
you know this is Kim.
What up, my nigga?
Thank you for my beard kit. Thank you.
I don't know.
Hey, young girl.
Hey, you got a question or comment?
Well, actually, I do have a comment. First of all, Boogie, Tony said, "What up, though?"
What up, dog?
But I was, listening to the show, and I know it's your birthday, baby. So happy birthday!
Thank you, my sweet.
Woo, woo.
And I missed the birthday party because I was scared about the numbers, but I got word today that the numbers were low, so I really hate that I missed it.
That's good.
Understandable.
But I wanted to call in because it seems like tonight's show is like a celebration of you, and this, the conversation has taken a turn on many different, topics. But the main focus of the show, I think, and maybe I got this wrong, but I think is you. I missed Boogie's interview, but I just wanted to call in and tell you happy birthday, and I love you, and I'm so proud of you both, Rihanna. I'm proud of you and the things that are going on, with your writing and things
Don't
like
even
that.
say my name. I'm going to cry.
But,
Please just say
but Kimberly, you are my girl. You have always been 100% with me.
Woo, woo.
Nothing that we have ever talked about, has ever been um, fake or phony or anything like that. You've always been 100. You've proven to me that you are who you say you are.
Yes.
Man.
And I appreciate, the love that I've always received from you. You all always welcome me with open arms, and it's so greatly appreciated. To consistently be in the presence of people who prove themselves to be what they say they are 100%. And I appreciate the love that I get from you and your family, your extended family. It's always love. I 100% got your back, whoever that is whispering, I can hear you. We all hear you. Right? But, I just wanted to call in and just, extend my love to you, and let you know, how important you are to me, how special you are to me. You are counted as one of my friends, and everybody's not my friend. I'm friendly, but everybody is not my friend. And you are my friend. Mr. Williams, you are my friend.
Yes, ma'am. I am your friend as well.
I don't appreciate that you
You
making
are
me
my
cry
friend.
on
You cracked her. You was the one that cracked her,
Yeah,
man.
she
She been
cried.
stuttering
She
the
cried.
whole show.
You made her
You,
cry.
yeah, you the one that did it. You broke it.
Listen, there is so much love between me and this lady, and it's not always spoken. We don't always, hey boy, I love you, but we have a a connection and a kindred spirit that I have always appreciated. And we don't always say it, you know what I mean, but we're living in a time where we need to give each other the flowers.
Yeah, now
They can hear them, while they can receive them, while they can smell them.
Right.
And Kimmy, you are, you're one of my best friends. I don't care if we don't talk 2 weeks, 2 days, 2
That's
minutes.
real
I don't
friends.
care.
For sure.
wow.
You are somebody that I love and I adore. I fucking believe in you, dog. I hope I can say fucking. If not,
Wow.
You can say fucking
We ain't
man
got no
tucking.
bleeps. This is Shenanigans
everything.
show.
If you can't say
Ain't
fucking,
no
you
way.
already fucking said it.
You said
I already
Goddamn.
fucking said it, right?
Like I said, it for sure.
I believe in you. I believe in, what your family is doing. Boogie, I believe in you. 100%. And whatever I can do if I
Thank
can
you.
support
Thank
y'all.
I mean, funny ass
down.
brother.
Boy,
Yes,
like,
sir.
believe in me too.
You know what? I believe in you too, even though I don't know you, but I
Period.
I don't know you.
believe in you too. But, we have to be there for each other, and we're a small, tight knit village, and I count myself as you all's village as well.
Absolutely.
We're a small, tight knit village, but we love each other, and as long as we got each other, shit, we good.
We
You hear
good.
me?
We good.
So
We
long.
good.
With a T at the end.
Who
Yeah.
else got a question for me though?
Oh, I got
That's
another
it.
question.
Look,
What?
another
Let's close
question.
Kim out. Let's close Kim out.
Is Boogie funny?
She can
Do I
stay
have
on
a
the
question?
Oh, you want her to
line.
stay on there?
What do you
Okay,
say?
no problem.
I'm trying to think if I have a question. I
You
feel
got a
like
question
question?
for me?
Let me see. Kim, what is or what has been the most pivotal moment in your life thus far?
Wow.
That's deep.
In
If you
real
gotta
life,
come, if you gotta
in
come
real
back to the
life,
question, if you have to come back
in
to the
real
answer,
life, and I'm not going, and I'm sugarcoating this for the moment. The most
Okay.
pivotal moment in my life is when I started managing this young man.
I would
Yeah.
agree with that. Actually.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
I can respect
Okay,
that.
now I got
I
another
can
question.
respect that.
Yes.
My mind go fast.
I can respect that.
He like, I got another one.
That's I like that. Yeah.
I got another
Yeah.
question.
My life,
I
my
believe
life
that, too.
changed for real, for real.
We gotta wrap it up.
Real
What's-
You
quick.
know
You want my
what?
question?
Out,
Yeah.
Real quick, your
All right,
question.
what's one regret that you have in your life out of 56 years? I mean, 35.
Wait,
But how many regrets you have?
Right, 35.
And regrets
One, the
that
most,
I've had.
The most regret, like
quick
the
regret.
one you
Um,
like, fuck it. No,
I-
ain't no quick, nigga.
No, it's quick.
One.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
this
was
is
in.
paid for.
I was in. Right, I was in a relationship. I was in a relationship. That young man asked me to run away with him, and I said no. And I said it based on my children, but my children were grown,
Oh.
So she should have run away. is
and
what
so
you're
I
saying.
should have went because
I
my
should've
children
ran.
were robbed.
I would have been like,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
only regret. But anyway, so
I'm already,
this has been the
Before you,
Shenanigans
wait,
show.
wait. Before you close out, let me say this
Okay.
over everybody because I'm the firstborn. I get to say this, okay? Hold
She
the
was born
facts.
first. That is true.
that is true. Mother, I want to give you your flowers once again and tell you because we have lost so many people within the last year.
That's true.
And I know how hard it has been for you and for the family in general, but how hard it's been for you. I would like to say, and everybody can hear me say this and see me say this, that I am grateful, thankful that you are still here.
Amen.
Because everybody does not have their mother still.
Shalom.
And I don't know what I would do without you. I'm pretty fucking sure my sister and my brother don't know what to do without your ass either. But listen, when I say this, I mean this wholeheartedly. I do not know what I would do without you, seeing as how you have given me so many, these eggs, these little gems as to how to move through my life. And you took me to the point where, because I am 36 years old, and I can honestly say, had it not been for you, it's a lot of things I would not have made it through, not knowing God the way that I do because of you. Mm-hmm. Because you made me stay in church, and you made me listen to the word, and I use that in my life every day. And because of my mother, I'm not gonna cry.
Or are you?
But because of my mother, finally, after 36 years, y'all, this is my good news because normally she asks it at the beginning of the show. I am finally finna get my own home.
Yeah.
This woman has asked me to get a home for years. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm too scared. I let my fears overwhelm me. I let my anxiety overwhelm me. And my mother said, out of the blue, and I finally gave in and said, you know what, Ma? Okay. Right. I'm going to listen to you this time. Okay. I'm going to get a home. And that home was made specifically for me.
Tailored.
For
faith
me.
Faith over fear. I've come to the conclusion that faith and fear cannot live in the same house. So if you're going to trust him, for those of us, and we're going to close out on this.
No, because I got to go last, goddammit.
Oh, okay.
I know
well, let me say this.
Out of everybody, goddammit, I got to close it. What'd you say?
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me say this.
Man, you done went the whole show.
I have come to the conclusion. I've come to the conclusion, and this is by experience of myself, that if you're going to trust him, if you say you trust him, then just trust him. That's it. I lived a whole life. I didn't start flying. I didn't get on a plane till I was 52 years old.
I'm still not on a plane yet.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, how was it? He was like, wasn't that bad.
Now I'm trying to go every motherfucker
And she
way.
took one of the hardest flights because Florida is a
hard flight. It is.
Florida is a hard flight.
They say it's always turbulence going to Florida. From
turbulence.
Detroit,
Or
especially.
west, because once you pass Colorado, the Rockies,
all
that
this.
shit get one and two.
So I'm like, okay. And I love it. And God said to me, if you trust me, then just trust me. Okay. In everything. So that's what I'm doing. So now I got to pass this on to those that I know. Mm-hmm. And there they are.
I'm going.
I did it, Mama.
And there they are. I was like, you a grown ass woman. Stop pushing your couch up against the front door.
Mark, I know you heard me.
I used to be so scared.
Man, you done. You done been talking all damn day.
This is his first time. It probably might be his last.
Quick.
Your first time on the show. But no, I would say, well, you go first then. You go first.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, I ain't been around for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years now. You feel me? And I done grown love for this whole family. You feel me? Like Mom, I call her Mama. Mari, Nene, we beef and we go at it. But I love all y'all. Y'all taught me a lot.
We love you too.
We love you too.
That's all I wanted to say.
Period.
So like everybody, right, has character, right? Everybody has like in a movie. Everybody has the character, right? Mm-hmm. Some people's character is an act, and some people's character is who they really is.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? one of the things that I love about Kim is her character is who the fuck she really
All
is.
the way, baby.
And another icing on the cake of that is I love who she is.
Yeah, you can't help
Yes,
it. You
bro.
can't help
I understood.
it. You can't help
It ain't nothing fake or phony about her. When you like the impression that I get of her is who she is.
it. You get what you get. Like,
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no. If you get her fucked up, it's because you got something fucked up
Period.
about her.
It's a personal issue.
You know what I'm saying? It's a like you got something wrong with you. You figuring something wrong. So like I just thank you for like I love you for being who you are and shit.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's about as plain as I can get it
My feelings hurt.
about you. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't too many. It's a lot of people. I ain't gonna say it ain't too many people because everybody in this room, I like this about you. Y'all being her daughters. You know what I'm saying? I feel like y'all being extensions of her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be having the same elements of real that she do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, yeah, y'all her daughters. I can tell. Like, y'all came from her.
You just met me, nigga. I ain't everybody in the room.
No, but see, I read energy though. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
true.
I know you ain't no fake ass motherfucker,
Period.
especially if you sit next to
He
this
know
one.
that. He know that.
You better say it, Mark. You better say it,
He
Mark.
know that.
So don't take
My
yourself down
man
the rabbit
raised
hole.
no
You don't wanna
hoe.
go down. But
My man raised
no hoe.
So
My
with
man
that being
raised
said,
no
yeah,
hoe.
I just appreciate you for being genuine and being who you are and not having to be. It's a lot of people that feel like they gotta be fake or put on a persona to be. So like you ain't gotta go along to get along, ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, 'cause
Truly.
that ain't us. It ain't our blood.
If you ain't with what I am, then you just ain't
Keep
with
it
You
it.
just ain't.
I say fuck
Bye.
you. That's what I say.
Right, fuck 'em.
So that's why I fuck with Kim, man, because she is who the fuck she is.
Yeah.
Period.
I don't have no
Motherfucking-
representative.
Big
The
dog.
motherfucking truth.
Little pistol starter.
Hey, okay.
Now, that part we want to hold down.
Burr.
Burr.
So listen, y'all.
She's still wanted in some
is her club.
states as Barbara. So I just found out who Barbara was tonight. So we'll get back to you next week on Barbara's life.
Yeah, while you
Kim's
bullshit.
life,
This
obviously.
was Kim's, right. Oh man, you.
Right.
See you next week on Barbara's Shenanigans.
That's the
and we'll
way
see
to end the show
who
right
that
there.
and what that is.
And we gonna end the show like that,
Oh my God.
Y'all ain't right.
Y'all
I don't know
dumb
why
as
y'all
hell.
don't love me right. Right?
And we gonna come back with fresh shenanigans.
Right, Fred. Look, you
We
got
gonna come back
Fred,
with
Barbara, and Kim.
Ricky shenanigans.
That's three different.
Goddamn, we got
No, that's
triplets.
four, Mama.
We
That's
got
three
tri-
different
No,
shots.
it's four because
I
it's
thought it was
Kim.
triplets. Goddamn.
Barbara, Fred.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.